It's like I'd rather go to Alaska before New York, because if you go to if you have to go to those two places and you go to New York first, then you're gonna be like, oh man, I have to go to Alaska.
No, you should go to New York first, and then you should go to Alaska.
That's like saying that your first sex partner should be like morbidly obese, because then over time, once you get to a normal looking woman, you'll be excited.
Humble yourself.
Don't go. I can think of worse places than Alaska for sure.
New Hampshire.
Well, even like, yeah, good point. But even within California, there's all these random towns in the high desert and stuff.
Go to
if you
Stockton.
Went to, go to Stockton. You'll probably get robbed.
Stockton is.
But in the meantime, I mean, you'll have a bad time. Everywhere you go after that, you'll be like, wow.
I know, for real.
How about we take you to Watts? I want you to experience that.
Okay, what am I gonna do there? Like hit the burger shop or get robbed?
I want to hang him by his underwear from the Watts Tower.
No, I'm good.
This is Yuri and this is Trevor, and no, they are not house phone, but
like they don't know these people.
They might not know. It might be some first time viewers out there. Okay, and while we're at it, this is AD.
Oh.
AKA
nice to meet you, sir.
Beast, cuz.
We missed it again.
Hates Beast Cuz.
He hates him.
Bring Beast Cuz to your own show.
That's what he said.
Bring it to Disconnected. Disconnected episode featuring Beast Cuz.
That would be amazing.
He's just gonna be sitting there sweating in his big furry helmet the whole
Adam,
time.
Like, I always say, I'm like, the fans want him back, and I always say something to Adam. But yesterday he was like, he looked at me like a little guppy. He was like, bro, it's my show. I was like, all right, man.
Because it's like sometimes I just want to communicate to AD that the point of the podcast is not to like antagonize me with like a giant Disney helmet.
But see, that's the fun thing.
I think
it's like,
I get that it's fun for you.
No, but
I
like,
believe that.
The thing is like, I like to cause trouble into the podcast community.
You're not telling us anything that we don't know. We know that you're a troublemaker. This has been
but
clearly
if you know
established.
it, then I failed.
No Hadouken. You're going to touch
I
my
feel like
hands.
that's the point of the No Jumper Show, is to antagonize Adam, you know?
Oh,
irritate Adam as much as possible during the
definitely
podcast.
I think you guys are confused about that part.
Sometimes.
He put his foot down though yesterday.
He was like, bro, it's my show.
This-
you do it on your show.
This podcast is about having a good conversation, and you might not view it this way, but it was terrible. Also, I'm so sick of talking about this.
you.
Why are we talking about this on the podcast? we don't have to talk about this every week.
See, it worked already.
This is like how I never want to. Oh my God, there's so many things that every time I listen to at the end of the day, I'm like, does AD not get that he has told this exact story 10 times?
Don't matter.
It is insane at times. The
Nope.
house phone is even
Worry
worse.
I was gonna
Worry
say,
about your own show.
T-Rel has not gotten to the point of repeating his stories over and over yet, but you and House Phone are fried with that shit.
They had a
Yeah,
wave
we do.
where
We
like
love it.
every month they would like just pat themselves on the back and be like, "Yo, we're doing a good ass job." You know what I'm saying?
I was
Like,
sitting there on the
Hey,
couch.
the views are not.
No,
the
yeah,
views
I
are
feel
not
it.
But there's
got to
be a point where they're going to be like, "Oh, AD's telling the story about how he used to swear at the beginning of the podcast and he get demonetized again."
I don't do that no more.
I've heard this story like 9 times.
Nigga,
on
how
here.
many episodes you watch? You
Enough that I've heard it
you
like a
only
lot,
hear
and
when
then it's
you
on
sit
here too.
When you sit here on the couch when you do that. Only time you come here is when we got guests.
Wednesdays are my favorite days because I could sit there and play poker and just observe.
You're
Two
telling
different
Lena, you're
vibes.
like, yeah, I have to stay behind to manage the show. Like, I need to run things.
And then he just
And
sends,
he just
he
sits here
sends stuff.
playing
He
poker.
sends stuff he wants us to say discreetly.
And the Clips channel has a clip called "Big U Talks About Going Golfing with Crip Mac." As
Amazing
a result,
clip.
great clip, great title.
Exactly.
Why is Crip Mac golfing? Everybody wants to know.
But if you love repeat stories, you should listen to Disconnected. Because every
bad?
every episode we get the Bape story from House Phone.
What's the babe story?
Oh, don't make me repeat it, dude.
I think last week's episode was our best episode.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Sharp one was
yeah,
good, too.
the one with Sharp was really good as
That
well.
was good.
I've been watching more lately.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Are we getting better as a group talking to one another?
I think you overall, bro, you're just like, the sky's the limit for you.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man.
Trevor's fucking pissed.
No, Travis doing his thing. Trav, let me
doing
tell
my
you something.
thing, yeah.
Let me put some respect on the VBC name. My boy just opened
Pause.
up a podcast studio. He don't got a film here. He got his own stuff. He is the landlord. Shout out to the VBC, man. My boy over here doing 72-hour streams. You feel me? Getting the money. He's dyeing his hair. He's cutting his hair. He's doing his stuff.
Oh yeah,
man.
it's I got a blue
Yeah,
hair
look
now.
at him.
Let's go.
So wait, you hid it inside the hat because you hated the way
This is
it
how
looked?
you like tell everyone you voted for Hillary without actually saying it. You know.
You really do look like Traplo Ross
You do.
That's actually true.
and Hillary. How's your hairline?
I don't know. Is it okay?
That's all right. Yeah, that's fine.
It's solid.
You don't need the surgery.
Trevor's
yet.
like, it's solid. All grungily.
We're all
saying
suffering.
My boy.
I'll rock the blue hair.
You're going?
Bro, chill.
Nah.
It's not even me.
AD's gonna be the donor, the hair donor.
It's not like blood. You don't done between people.
They were like, you get on this bed, they gonna just pluck my back.
But imagine that if you just had the hairiest dude in the world and that was his job, was he just went and like let you use his hair.
See you in 3 months. Come back.
Or if you walk into the hair transplant clinic and it's like when you go to the plant store and there's just all these little pieces of like hair like growing out of little pots. Oh. And you could be like, ooh, I want that one. Denzel Washington? Yeah, give me that.
Oh my God.
They're gonna be like, no, I think you're more of a George Clooney.
No, but you see,
no.
Flaco brought it to my attention that you can put it on the beard too.
Flaco wants to get beard hair transplant surgery because his shit is too spotty.
Did that shit.
Did he? Yeah, Mayweather did that.
Just so he can have a fly beard?
Yeah. And he got the hairline.
And
too.
I told Flaco that that's what you did, and he believed me.
Oh my
he
God.
fully believed
Bro,
me.
I don't understand why people think my shit is fake.
Because I keep saying it.
He was telling
But
people
it's that
it was
good.
Velcroed
It's just
on and
thick.
shit.
I mean, mine's kind of thick, but you would never think it's fake because it's got a bunch of grays in it. Yours just looks...
Bro, I get one gray right here, and I pluck it every time. Yeah. Just right here.
I do see like one little empty patch though.
That's just where the gray is. I just take it out. No, but I never grew hair right here in the middle.
I noticed. I feel like for every dude, it's hard to grow a full beard. It's like it's a common problem.
But the weird part with
accept
you
it.
is just, I feel like for guys who have beards, it's very tempting to just let it become like a full-on shrub. Nah. You know, it's not for you?
Nah. Like, even, bro, it hurts to let that shit grow.
Really?
Yeah, it hurts. It don't feel good to let your shit just grow out like that.
I feel like
especially when it's like real low, bro. And I have like thick hair follicles, so that shit really be like itching and shit.
Damn.
Pause.
Speaking of Flaco, he has me in some hot water right now.
Oh shit.
Okay.
The Weeknd?
No. There's a rapper named YNR Mookie who just got sentenced today. He's a rapper from Florida. And
I seen that.
Flaco posted it on the No Jumper Instagram and he wrote, YNR Mookie, also known as the rapper that Spot'em got him snitched on, and it gets sentenced. And so Spot'em got him goes to his Instagram and he writes, and keep in mind, I didn't even see this, so it's not like I knew that this was posted, but Spot'em got him posted and wrote, "This N-word Adam a fucking goofy. I'm not the reason my brother locked up. Look up shit before you try to be a gay-ass blogger, Brody. Violated probation, dumbass N-word. He was on live when he went to jail at Adam22.
Damn.
And then he also posted
Thanks
saying...
for snitching on Flaco.
LOL, why y'all be bothering me? I woke up to you N-words dick pulling. Y'all N-words got cooch. Like these hoes and y'all bitch ass keep reporting my shit. Fuck ya.
Damn.
So this is the thing. Apparently, Spot'em got him did snitch on this guy, but it was in a different case. This is a separate thing because 1090 Jake was the one who I believe exposed Spot'em got him for having given the police this full report about YNR Mookie hiding guns or whatever the fuck it was that he told the cops all about. So it is kind of weird to me that Spot'em got him is getting mad at me for someone who works for me calling him a snitch when, I mean, it would appear that he is a snitch. He just is snitched in a different situation.
Don't put a snitch jacket on somebody unless you got paperwork.
1090 Jake does have the paperwork.
He has Spot'em shit? Then, hey, it is what it is. If 1090 got it, I believe it because I seen some other paperwork yesterday that I read, and I was very disappointed.
Let me tell you, when the 1090 Jake interview drops tomorrow, it's a paperwork party. He pulled up with paperwork on people and basically did the Vlad Sarah Molina thing and just handed it to me and had me read the highlighted sections.
It's right there. I was mad yesterday. I said, "Whoa, this is crazy."
It's a whole thing. It's a thing. But I mean, I'm on board for it. If you got the paperwork, I mean,
you got paperwork. The black and white is going to tell everything.
It's not an issue of like, do I like you or do I not like you? But if there's paperwork that says that you did something, then that's the whole thing, right?
You have to be aware that people are gonna bring it up. You know what I mean? Like, or it's gonna be talked about. You just can't expect people not to talk about it because
Spot'em got him posted the image of me asking him for an interview years ago, as if that like proves that we're fake or something, because I asked him for an interview, and then also one of the reporters on the site said that he had snitched when, I mean, 1090 Jake's got videos with like almost 1 million views about him snitching, and to my knowledge, I don't think he's responded to them.
I was gonna say the reporter who posted this, he didn't like make up this information. He found it on Google or Instagram or elsewhere. It's like this is public info.
But Flaco did fuck up because he said it was kind of misleading. He said the rapper that he snitched on, which is like, okay, that does appear to be true, but it was about a different situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
So everybody new that comes here, you just make them like social media managers first. then they become on air talent.
We've been figuring out the social media team thing, but that's why I was hyped on Flaco, is that he's really in tune in regards to the social media, what should be posted on Instagram, everything like that, stories that we should be covering for the news. But then he's also, I think, pretty good on camera too, even though there may be some kinks that we need to work out.
I like him, man.
I like him too. I think he's really funny.
Last Wednesday on Twitch at your house was one of the funniest experiences of my life. I was dying, and I left, ridiculous. And apparently it got even funnier because he started rapping. I didn't see that part.
He was rapping. He was crip walking.
He was crip walking with his socks off on your Naruto rug.
Naruto rug. I love it.
Is there a weight limit on crip walking?
Nah,
bro.
He's just short. So he seems like he's heavier than he
even through the dark room, I was just like, I could see his fucking feet, just like the crustiness. I was like, bro.
He's probably the most honest person I ever met in my life.
You think so?
Because he really didn't need to tell us all the shit that he said.
To it.
I was going to say.
There's a what to it?
There's like an innocence to him.
Yeah.
He just don't,
Because it's like he doesn't seem to understand, or it's he either doesn't understand or doesn't care.
That's what I think.
The reaction he's going to get, like, why, like, okay, him admitting that he had a girlfriend for 3 years that he never had sex with, you didn't have to admit that, but that's one thing. To then show us the Cash App receipts proving that you sent her all this money is like, bro, like, you're allowed to fudge the truth a little bit, no pun intended, because he does look like Fudge Willis.
He's like, I don't care, it's my girlfriend.
And the way he presents, all like everything he said, like he just says in such a matter of fact way, where like I got that vibe from him too, where I don't think he cares what people think about him, or like I don't think he has this thing where he's like insecure about himself at all.
He didn't seem too bothered when Fresh was telling him that he's not.
But see, that's the thing is like he's like, yes, I'm Fresh, I'm hard on thoughts, and I call Fresh, and he's like, you're not one of us. And he's like, thank you, Fresh. You're the GOAT.
Oh, my God.
Thank you, Fresh. I love you.
It seemed like he was really going to let it get to him.
And then Sharp, I call Sharp, and Sharp is like, hey, bro, this ain't this. Thank you, Sharp. I fucking love you. I'm like, bro. It's like you can't insult this man at all.
He's from like Liberia, which is this gnarly-ass part of Africa, and then he moved to North Dakota.
His priest was eating babies. Like you can't insult this man.
LA, he'd like kind of get jaded or like change a little bit and
I
like
just told him, bro. But I mean, even after that fucking Twitch episode, bro, he came the next day and said, "AD, I got a haircut because you told me to."
That's what I'm saying. He comes here, kind of gets lost in the sauce.
You told me was his hair fucked up?
I didn't even notice his hair, but he had a fresh lineup the next day. I said he had a different outfit on. He didn't have no socks on though, but we got to work on that.
It was kind of crazy because like everybody who comes into the No Jumper office, even though it is just everybody sitting around and it's like you see the same 10 people all day and then occasionally like a rapper comes in, but everybody gets kind of fresh.
For sure.
You know, like I'm probably the least of it, honestly. But I mean, there's
when I started,
Phil says he's the least of it.
I used to come fresh out of bed, come over here and do the news. I didn't give a fuck.
During COVID,
I didn't give a fuck.
I wore the same hoodie every day.
You got a lot of competition. Even like Bossa Nova comes in just killing shit, straight up looking like fucking the flyest kid I ever seen in my life. You got AD coming through with some fits. You got Yuri coming through. Even Josh is out here with like tie-dye Crocs,
designer hats,
camo Pro Club pants, green socks, weird
Josh is
shirts.
on their personality too now.
Josh is like the me of running the mixer because he never wears the same shirt twice. He's like fucking always like finding
as much shit comes here, there should be no repeat clothes. So
it's a thing.
I got a new shirt.
No, you've been doing it.
Late
but
lunch.
That's the thing. Once we started calling you stinky, it was like your subconscious. I haven't seen you put on the same shit since then.
I like wearing the same shirt over and over.
Here's something funny. The other day I was hanging out with my dad, and I came out and I had all this like cat fur on my shirt, right? My dad
got it on now.
And and I told my dad, I'm like, bro, like I don't care about this. My dad's just like, dude, like this is a big deal. He's like, you're making yourself look bad. He's like, people are gonna think you can't afford to do your laundry, or you got like a bad household or something like that. And I'm like, dude. I don't really care about people's perceptions, right? And then he's like, do you want people thinking? He's like, he knows I live stream, right? He's like, do you want your viewers thinking you don't shower or something?
I don't.
And I'm like,
it's kind of trendy.
I'm like, bro,
it's kind of trendy here.
I'm like, exactly.
I'm like, look at your dad like this, like,
bro. I looked at my dad. I'm like, I'm sorry.
He doesn't pop.
I'm like, I'm sorry to tell you, but they already tell me to shower because they think I don't shower.
The stream?
Be like, Dad.
Bring your dad on at the end of the day.
There's this girl named Kazumi who hasn't showered in years.
And Sharp was like, you're nasty.
I was like, Dad, listen, my boss doesn't shower either, so it's fine.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, your boss doesn't shower. Fucking nobody showers.
I'm like, he seems to be doing well.
Bro, bring your dad at the end of the day.
What is he gonna? What are you guys gonna talk to him about?
Just shit.
Wow, that would be crazy. If
that'd be interesting. He,
AD's the only
English
one who
is.
brought a parent on.
That's true, but my dad. English,
Nobody else has parents.
Well,
I do. I would actually say we all.
I was gonna say. My dad, English is his second language, so I feel like it'll be kind of like he won't understand a lot of the American references,
You gotta
and
have him
jokes.
speak Russian, and then you sit down and just translate everything, bro. He sounds
Like I would make him do like gang shit and just say stuff.
You gonna have him throw gang signs?
Yeah.
Have you
Bro.
heard him speak Russian?
Yeah, I heard him say it.
Oh, it's so funny when you hear him in the corner of the room just.
Bro, he just sounds automatically.
Dude, my
like,
dad is like completely unaware of like gang shit. Completely, like back in the day when I used to work with my dad doing construction shit, like he used to have this one partner or like assistant, I guess, that he worked with all the time.
Why would your dad know about gangs?
This dude, his assistant had a giant MS tattoo on the back of his skull. And I saw, and this was his part, and my dad didn't even know
You sure it
anything.
wasn't Microsoft? No.
It had a specific font to it, AD, where you
okay.
could tell immediately. But that was his assistant for a while, and my dad didn't know anything about that stuff.
Your dad wasn't. Yeah.
But you kind of forget though that like it's very out of the ordinary that we sort of like know about all this street business.
You just grow up in LA, so you're just surrounded
about
by
it.
it.
in LA. But I mean, like, how many Crip sets could you identify off the top of your head?
But I now know Hoover. That's two.
Hoover is two.
No, wait, Crip and Hoover, right?
Okay, never mind. You're
Huge boo boo. I'm not gonna gang explain to you. I'm gonna leave that to him.
Adam should know everything now.
When I think about it, it's kind of amazing how much I didn't know before.
That has to be a book, so that someone can just buy.
There's
like me.
That's the thing about
Gangs for
gangs is
Dummies.
that nobody really gets it besides the people who are like in it because it's so often like poorly recorded.
I could probably name like 200 gangs.
They can fill a huge void and make a lot of money right now by making gangs for dummies.
No, they have sites, nigga. You have UnitedGangs.com. You have StreetGangs.com.
remember Gangland, that TV show?
I'm on all the.
Oh,
bro,
you're right, actually.
My mom was so mad she seen me on all the gang websites. I was like, this is not good.
She wasn't hyped.
I'm posting the promo myself because Yuri is usually the one who does it, but he's not
You gotta,
functioning.
You got to think about it. If people showing your mom certain shit, and like one of them has my little brother next to like tagging and all type of stuff.
Oh,
So
shit.
imagine seeing your kids on these websites where you click on the area where the hood is, and you got pictures of your fucking kids on there.
Tagging is the least of your mother's worries.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever get into tagging? Did you ever catch any spots?
I used to try to like. First, you start over these little stupid ass S's that everybody used to do.
Oh
in school.
my! I know what you're
You know
talking
what I'm
about.
talking
Is that a gang tag?
Bro, but I'm like everybody used to do that shit, and then you start trying to do that. But you have to have like people got real hit ups. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no hit ups.
That was like the thing that caused a snowball effect for your life. Was that S?
But I know how to write stuff, and I know how
Honestly,
wax
that's how I
stuff out
felt.
and cross it and put the.
Pretty much all the gang members who've written their names on the wall, that's what I was thinking when watching them do it, is like, I could tell that they haven't done this in a long time.
Exactly.
Maybe ever, because really, like, even the biggest gangbangers, are you out fucking tagging walls? That's not really like a thing for most.
It's
gang members
like
at this
LA,
time.
like a graffiti gang type thing, where in LA they really worry about how well it looks. And to be honest, if you look at our wall, you could easily tell that Jeezy and Duno got like the the nicest looking calligraphy or
that shit was
work.
nice.
But it's hard to get good at that stuff. And honestly, even in the tagging world, a lot of people aren't that good. It's like hard to find someone who can just do it so elegantly.
That's pretty much the rule of graffiti: is if it looks like shit, then it's gang graffiti, and if it looks good, then it's like
art.
I just know that.
Not art graffiti, but like graffiti.
I didn't write shit on this wall.
Damn. Kiki put his right behind the thing. Who's this? Tyler Curry wrote just real N-word right there. You see that? It's behind you. I keep looking at it when I'm interviewing
Who's
people.
Tyler?
Well, someone wrote it again.
Real nigga.
Wait, what?
Oh, it was him. Real nigga Tyler Curry.
It was one of the sport episodes
Oh, wow.
that I'm kind of in the dark about. Speaking about sports, if you want to play sports, you're definitely going to want to have some clean genitalia. Fellas, have you started spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning. The drapes need dusting, and your lawn needs mowing. Spring has sprung, and the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming have the best tools for cleaning aisle 5 in your pants. Time to clear out your winter bush and join the other 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code NOJUMPER. One word. Manscaped has the full package you need for spring cleaning this year. The Performance Package 4.0 is the only tool you need to keep your boys looking and smelling like fresh tulips. We got the Lawnmower 4.0 right here as well. This is actually the one I have in my crib.
I got the 3.0. I need the 4.0.
Wow.
Honestly, proof of concept.
Jesus.
I used this on my chest the other day, about a week ago. Feels great, man. I hate having a big, like, 2 inches of hair on my chest between my shirt and my chest, you know?
I always just
Shit
assumed
is
you didn't
gray
have
and
nipples,
thick.
but now I know.
Yuri? This start of spring also marks the start of Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men ages 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of the We Save Balls initiative. We Save Balls. Smell oh so fresh and oh so clean this spring. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code NOJUMPER at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code NOJUMPER at manscaped.com. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. Back to the show.
Let's go.
Why does Josh keep doing these weird different backgrounds? Look at this fucking
I like him, though.
astronaut playing with a hacky sack. What's going on?
That's a nut.
And
Put us in the corner. I want them to see it too.
It's also reactive.
Bro, this is from Manscaped. The astronaut's playing with a fresh shaved ball with the Lawnmower 4.0.
And also, this background's music reactive. If you play music, it glows along with it. It's
It does?
cool.
That's pretty tight.
Play some music.
It was a It was a Mario Brothers. It was a Mario Brothers background like the other day, right? You just fucking change it all the time.
It's easy.
He says that they like expire though.
The no jumper one kind of got stained into it too.
The no jumper one
burned
sucked.
in.
It's like
Trev, you need to be wearing helmets or
Helmets?
Helmets.
I just realized that's why I feel like
you
he's
calling
kind
him
of
slow?
No, but I feel like you need the headphones with multiple people to be able to fucking feel the flow.
Yo, Helmet needs to wear a helmet. Trevor needs to wear a helmet.
God damn it.
Can we just call you Helmet from now on?
Podcast with a helmet on.
Yo, is Helmet coming? Oh, yeah.
Phil Helmet. God damn it. Anyway, what do you guys do this weekend? What do you guys do this weekend? That's the big
What was this
question.
weekend?
It's always hard to remember, man. Sometimes I dyed
It's hard
my
to remember
hair.
2 days ago.
Yeah, literally.
I'm still thinking about helmet.
Oh, my freaking car blew up, dude.
What happened?
I heard
Basically,
you calling him yesterday too.
okay, so basically I was driving around. I get a notification on my dashboard that something's going on with my battery, right? I'm like, oh shit, I'm driving home. All of a sudden my power steering turns off. I'm like, oh fuck. Like, basically, long story short, I realize it's my alternator.
What is that?
It's a part of your engine that's very important. It's expensive. Spent $10 on getting a new one. And then my dad and I spent like 5 hours putting this new alternator in, right? And you're supposed to put this ground wire that goes from your car battery onto the alternator. We forgot to do that, and it was touching the like metal of my car. And when we reconnected the battery, we just saw a bunch of sparks, and now my car doesn't do anything anymore at all.
So fuck the car up.
I posted on Instagram. A lot of people are saying I fried my computer, my ECU. Basically, everyone's saying I'm in a worse situation than I was.
So
before.
I'm having a vision. It's the insurance company, and they're watching this clip.
Oh God! Someone did tell me to accidentally
Damn.
set my car on fire, which doesn't sound like too bad of an
I got
idea.
a friend.
You never fixed it,
Bro, no,
But it's too late now.
I'm gonna spend this upcoming Saturday trying to fix it. So wish me luck.
Nigga say I'm expensive $210. I'm like, nigga, try burning out your fucking transmission or having to buy a new engine.
I know, dude.
You're making me so
That is
happy that I
crazy.
fucking lease my car, and that if that
That's
happened, I
why-
would just bring it back and say, "Hey, fix
it's
this."
fucked up. That's why I like leasing cars as well.
Hell yeah! I mean,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
never really had anything like that happen with my leased cars. 'Cause
I noticed, like, when my lease is over, even like right now, my lease is done, my car's starting to act weird. It's time to just get
Oh,
rid of old
really?
Yeller.
turn it back in.
Yep.
Do you change your oil and stuff?
Yeah. Every
Okay.
month.
you can't just run it into the ground. Although that would be kind
Yo,
of cool.
I don't know. Sometimes I've been driven with you, and some lights are on. That
His
should
lights
not
is
be
always on.
Bro,
I don't really know. Like even if it's pretty obvious what they mean, I just act like I don't know what the.
All
fuck
he
it
knows is fucking porn and poker. That's it.
All I know is
porn poker podcast.
I bring the car in like every 6 months, and then they make all the lights go away, and then at some
every
point,
6 months. You're supposed to do like every month.
every month drop my car off at the dealership?
To get your fucking oil change.
Who told
Every
you?
month?
I get my oil
No one
changed every
changes their
month.
oil every month.
Well,
That's
Change
so.
your oil like once a year.
well,
Your
I gotta talk to my
mechanic-
people. They got me.
Your mechanic is finessing you, bro.
They helping
Jugging the
this
shit out of you.
week. You
said,
have
yeah,
a
what's
luxury
the-
vehicle. You need to come here every month.
What the
200 miles?
Holy shit.
Every what?
dude.
How many miles?
No, it's supposed to be like 5,000.
Five? Yeah, isn't it like hell?
Well, I do 5,000 every month for sure.
No,
you
way,
don't.
Yes,
bro.
I do.
No way.
Bro,
You just drive around here. It's not like you're
no,
a trucker.
I don't. I go all over the place.
You're going to Vegas 10 times in a month?
Where? I've never heard of you driving anywhere ever.
I go back and forth to Orange County. I take my daughter to school in L.A. I go to Compton. I go to bro.
Yo,
I go
AD,
around.
just
Really drive a lot.
to go to SF is 500 miles, so you'd have to make that
That's what I'm
trip
saying.
like fucking 20
I don't think
times,
you
dude.
realize.
Okay, you got a point.
bro.
I was trying to think of like things to compare it to and try to explain how you don't drive as much as you're taking.
Yeah, that'd be fucking insane.
Wow.
God damn, I forgot the hell you were saying a second ago because I had something to add to it.
Ass helmet.
On Friday, I said in the group chat, I was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna be hanging out with my mom and my kid at the house all day. If anybody wants to come chill, we're gonna be hanging out by the pool and shit." And at first, T-Rail was acting like he was gonna come, but then he had to do something. But meanwhile, Vel pulled up.
I saw that.
And Vel was just being Vel, like in the presence of my mom, which was pretty fucking hilarious to me. He's just posted up, charging his phone, smoking a blunt, hopping in the fucking pool naked and shit.
No
naked,
way.
not naked, but he was hopping in the pool,
I'm saying.
making cannonballs and shit. Dude, he's scared the. My kid is so scared of everybody right now.
Yeah.
She was terrified of Vel.
Because he was making like
Terrified.
he was like, jumping around and
That was-
making cannonballs and shit.
It was before the cannonballs, bro. He pulled up and he was just like, she took one look at him and just started holding on to me for fucking dear life. Like, she's in this weird stage where everybody's terrified.
Adam, you
Oh,
need to bring
really?
around more black people.
Yeah, probably. But she
Dude,
kind of busts this move on everybody right now. I don't know.
She like that's how my niece was. She was like didn't like nobody but her mom.
But she was so loving to everybody at first, and now she's entered this phase of being like really scared of everybody, even people she's seen 10 times.
Maybe-
She takes one look at them and she's like,
Food don't work. If something she like, if they come up to her like, hey,
but I don't want to like tell her like, hey, if a stranger gives you food, then
That's true.
go kick it with them.
no,
kinda-
'cause my niece did not fuck with nobody, and I was like, you want a cake pop? And since then, she calls me every day now.
Wow. For a cake pop?
She was like, Uncle, can I have cookie? I'm
Wow, that's funny.
like, she lives in Tennessee, so I send her mom like $10 a day. Go get her a cookie,
A
please.
cake pop.
Send her a cake pop a day.
I'm kind of thinking that one of your guests like scared Parker behind your back, and now she's traumatized of like all future guests. You
Like
know what I mean?
who?
No.
Like I don't know, just some random person. They're like went behind Adam, went like boo.
No, but she gets scared by little things that you wouldn't expect. Like if she does something, like she was jumping, and we'd be like, "Yay!" And for some reason, that "yay" will scare the shit out of her
Overwhelming.
because it's a bunch of people saying it
Yeah.
at once. Bro, she saw me yell at the screen one time playing poker. Started crying her eyes out.
He was like, you poker nigga, fuck you, bitch.
I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like my voice got super loud. Probably never been that loud around her, and she just. I'm like, fuck, I gotta really tone it down, bro. That sucks.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. How's your kid coming along? You trying?
We have 2 kittens that are very happy and healthy. And honestly, I'm dealing with this shit right now where when we got one of our cats, you're supposed to get him neutered, right? The lady's like, oh, she's too young to be neutered. Like, bring her back in like 3-4 months. We'll neuter her. We hit her up in 3-4 months, and she ghosts us. She like just doesn't reply to us. And we're like, oh shit, okay. Cat's not doing anything weird, so we think it's fine. Like a month ago, my cat starts fucking moaning, dude. And like that's what cats do when they're horny. They just like meow all fucking day, and it's so annoying because she does it right when I go on stream. She'll be like quiet the whole day. I'll go on stream, and everyone in my chat's just like, feed your cats, bro. Your cat's hungry. I'm like, she's horny, dude. Like she's
no, my
meowing.
cat
Like,
wants some dick.
for real. If anyone out there has a cat with some, good dick, bring it through.
Why didn't you
Lola.
just find someone else to neuter it?
Because this problem just like arose like a week or 2 ago.
The ghost of Bob Barker will be very disappointed in you.
What would Bob Barker have to do with my cat?
Bro, he used to always say that. Please
Spay
get
and
your
neuter your
cat-
pets.
Your pets
Really?
spayed and neutered, like
Which
after every
is
show.
that is a very, very good cause, but it's not one that you ever really think of. And from my perspective, there's probably a lot of other causes that might be more important. But I mean, it does hit close to home. I mean, a lot
What's
of people,
another cause?
like
Saving the
Ukraine.
balls.
Homelessness.
You know, they're getting blown to shit. You know,
Wow.
homeless people
homeless people.
That's a good point.
Exactly.
I do feel for the fucking the cats that are homeless, but there's a lot of homeless people.
But what do you do about homeless people?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like
The cat thing is more straightforward.
they have these fucking little homes for them right now that they don't even want to go in.
Well, what if we spay and neuter the homeless?
Whoa.
We can work with we can work with soft white underbelly to clip their tubes.
There's a word for that.
It's called eugenics.
Eugenics.
Castration.
But no, you know what?
Most homeless people probably aren't really like breeding that much.
Homeless people are fucking.
But the thing is, the problem
but they're not having that many kids.
The problem is not homelessness. It's people being crazy. I feel like the answer is we need to reopen the mental hospitals without the lobotomies. You know, just like have a place where crazy people can go and get taken care of, and like the homeless problem.
But bro, you got to think about it. Like people think that
does exist,
homeless people can just
don't
get
wanna
picked
do
up
that.
somewhere and just dumped off somewhere. Like
they like being on the street. That's one thing I've learned from watching a lot of soft white underbelly.
They like being on the street.
A lot of these motherfuckers are. They'll admit it. They'll say, "I like the craziness. I like the chaos. I like." They'll be like, "I don't like the fact that it smells like shit everywhere and that motherfuckers will like try to kill you, but I like the mayhem," which I kind of get because when I was young. I loved like being out riding BMX because it felt like anything could happen to you. Just being outside, like it was just chaos. It was fun,
Is it the mayhem or like the freedom of just like
because
I can
both.
do anything,
Yeah.
right?
But then you got to think about it too, right? You're homeless. You got no overhead. You got C-Mac bringing you pizza every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? Like you get all this stuff, and you just get to live
pussy.
free.
You got all these IG
get
people.
That's gonna be pretty
Then
good.
you could go on soft white underbelly.
Exactly.
Maybe you could graduate and work for no jumper.
He's gonna give you money. He gives the people money to do those interviews.
Exactly, and he doesn't disclose how much it is.
Oh, that's
And
love.
he wouldn't tell Sharp how much. But he's also rich. Like you could tell, but he also kind of says it. Like he clearly has enough money that he's not worried about money at all.
I wonder how much he gave to hillbillies.
Dude, he came in for your interview a while ago, and he said it on the interview, so I can say this, but he said like it was only like 1 p.m., maybe around noon, and he's like, on my way here, I already gave away $2,000.
Yeah,
and we were like, what the fuck?
I
30 interviews.
I remember the number being 1,200, but it was definitely something significant that he was like that day. So I don't know if that was one
That's a
person, 2
stimulus
people,
check.
3 people. That's a fuck. Like
Yo. If
that
you were
means
homeless-
every day. What were you giving out like $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month?
You
like,
know how much drugs they're buying with that?
exactly.
I just had an epiphany. How can
Mark, you're keeping people homeless.
I feel like some YouTuber should pretend to be homeless and trick Mark into getting an interview.
You should do it. I'll
Bro,
do it
that'd be
with you.
amazing.
I'll do it with you.
If I can do a live stream of tricking or like a video of me tricking Mark into interviewing
Well,
me.
now he's gonna see.
Part of it is that you have to do meth, so you actually start to like have the look.
You do the meth, and we'll just go in there and just tell some crazy ass stories.
It's cool that you won't have to really change your hair or your clothes because
Exactly.
that's pretty much
I'll just jump on the street, sit down.
You
Bring
need
your
to stink more
unspaded-
though. You can't shower for a week.
Bring your
Riley,
unneutered
sorry.
kittens too.
My what?
Bring your
my
unneutered kittens too.
Oh, just release them into downtown.
What if you were just the cat guy and you just had a cat?
Oh, that'd be genius.
And
That
he's
really,
crawling around in your head the whole time and shit.
I'm just like, I love my cat, bro. It's
No,
the best
what-
cat ever.
Things I learned from watching Sharp interview Mark from Software Underbelly is number one, Mark has fallen in love with multiple different girls
From Fig.
that he met out on Fig.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of them is they're kind of pretty.
He seemed like his love or whatever he was experiencing was less of like I just want to fuck you because you're hot, and way more of like an emotional connection. Like he's a very tender, delicate man in a way that is sometimes hard for me to relate to since I have a heart made of titanium. But he is a very like loving, giving person. So I can see how like some of these girls just like, I don't know, he just like can't turn off that part of his brain that just like wants to help them and be with them and whatever.
Dude, I feel like he's like the perfect example of like ignorance is bliss, where I feel like he's a really smart person, like too smart to a point where he kind of like can't just live a normal life and just be ignorant of like certain things and just like, just be happy. Because he said he left his wife for his job, which is basically interviewing people, listening to the worst stories all day, every day.
His wife because of interviewing the bums?
That's a lot,
Well, he
though,
didn't say
fool.
because of that. He basically said that like I was focusing on my job and, whatever it was. I think he said it on your interview, but
If my girl leaves me, I hope that my YouTube channel is not the reason. Because it is kind of hard to like have a balance though, because like
It is.
when you're a content creator, you can just like stream or make shit like every day, always be making money, doing something creative, whatever. It's kind of like I see it all the time where like content creators basically like fuck up their private life because they're so focused on making content
But see,
and making money.
that's what I was
That's
telling you, even getting into vlogging and doing other stuff, because now every any event, my mind is going to like, damn, maybe I should record this. And then you lose the human moments of just talking, just having a good ass time going home and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I understand that shit can get in the way.
And the other thing that I was really impressed by though is Mark said that basically the undercover mission of his channel is to basically create this gigantic document / blueprint of the fact that we need to take better care of our kids. Because when you watch Soft Wet Underbelly, that is the one thing that you just keep coming back to, is that the people who end up doing fucked up things, whether it's killing and raping or whatever, they pretty much always have really traumatic childhoods.
For real.
And that they then pretty much tend to like perpetrate that same shit upon their kids. And it's like, bro, I've seen some of the most heartbreaking shit on there with like fucking girl talking about going through the whole foster system and like just getting raped by all these fucking families common, over and over. And it's like, I don't know, like it's just like that really is like the point of that channel, is to make people think about how they raise their kids, because like if you do a good job raising your kid, they probably won't end up on Soft Wet Underbelly.
I mean, the Patreon we did yesterday, man, that girl told a story that could have went on there. I was like, whoa. Really? I didn't want to see her get naked. I was just like, oh my God.
I still had to do it because it's for the Patreon. I still had to be like, do you want to dump your titties out now? But that story was rough. She dealt with some shit.
That shit was crazy.
But then the girl after that was a little more fun.
Yeah.
But the other girl was cool too.
But also, it's like, how do you like listen to these heart-wrenching stories as Mark? How do you listen to these heart-wrenching stories all day, every day, and then come home to a happy relationship?
That is kind of dark.
It's gonna mess with your mind.
It is.
You
That's
know?
true. That's true.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of cops go through that and shit, where you're just seeing blood and guts and murder and all this crazy shit every day. That's kind of like hard to separate your private life from that. But
it's like the army. People
you have to be able to.
People come from the war, bro. They like. I mean, a lot of them go through a lot of shit they can't get right.
I wonder if he's jaded to it. He's just out here in the mix, just interviewing all these random people like that.
Which is also kind of like, I don't know, is that good or bad to be jaded to it? Because like, I feel like he's also the type of person who wouldn't like walk past a homeless person without really caring about him. But you could see him like walking past a homeless person, not really being affected by like, oh, I've seen a dude bleeding on the street before, whatever.
But that was the thing I was the most taken aback by when we did the interview, is like his reaction to Skid Row is to just like give, like help all these people over and over and over. When I lived by Skid Row, my reaction was like, oh, hell no, I ain't fucking with nobody. Because if I give anybody $1, then they're going to be begging me every fucking day, which I saw happen to people over and over. And Mark is an example of that, where he's getting scammed, he's getting robbed, all this shit because all these people view him as a fucking lick. When I lived downtown, I didn't really have money to be giving out like that, so it's not like it was much of an option. But I was just like, I ain't letting anybody take advantage of me. It was not a fucking chance in hell. So
it's a LA thing, dude. Like people have been saying that all the time. LA is shady. People fuck you over and take advantage of you and trick you and lie to you in the city. And it's like it's 100% true. And I grew up with that feeling as a kid. You know what I mean? Like you're walking down the street and then someone tells you a heart-wrenching story about how they want to help their daughter and they need $30, blah blah. Like, and you like want to help them, and then you later realize through other events that they've been lying. They just lied to me just to finesse me.
That happens to me in my DM every fucking day. Somebody writes these stories. I'll be like, these stories can't be real. They'll be like, I need $2.
The more sad the story is, the more I ain't hearing it. Because it's just like, I feel for you, but like, I'm not going to send anybody money, period. So what the fuck are you asking me for? Like, it's not happening.
My fucking Cash App, bro, I don't know how it got verified. The worst shit ever, bro. I have people just send requests all fucking day.
What is it?
My verify. I mean,
so that they can hit you up.
Yeah, I was like, you ever?
It's AD. Go ahead.
You ever accidentally accepted one?
Huh?
You ever accidentally accepted
for $2? Yeah. Sucker.
Wow.
Damn, imagine it was $2,000 accept.
But I'm like, why are they verifying Cash App?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I just want to point out that I interviewed 1090 Jake for 3 hours on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, for real.
It was crazy.
What about Gideon? When you talk to him?
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch.
I never really watched any of his videos. I just keep hearing his name in the news.
The amount of content, quality content that he puts out videos every day. I don't think nobody's working harder than him. Fuck at him.
You know what I told Gideon? I told him that his content is helping my gangster homies understand why I am gay and why I make gay jokes. And I told him that, and he was like, for real? And I was like, yes. Like, you doing the sussest shit and having it be funny and like it kind of like explains why Yuri is bisexual
No.
and why we say the things we do, why Aiden Ross is the way that he is, why we
Yeah.
think this shit is funny, because there's a cognitive gap there where our cultures don't really overlap, where AD thinks that saying I want to suck your dick is gay,
That's pause, bro.
and we realize
gay.
it's not gay, it's actually cool.
pretty gay.
But you know what it is? It's the fact that Gideon doesn't fall under this like woke content creator umbrella. It's like there's a division between content creators right now. You're either ultra woke, like H3, don't want to say nothing about nothing, or you're Gideon and you can express your opinion and actually be yourself and make jokes about controversial topics without actually being
Well, don't
mean
play
because
that
it's a
shit
joke.
that you do with Kiki with me.
Oh
Give us,
god.
give us a gay freestyle about AD.
Oh god.
Yeah, go ahead, Yuri.
Yo,
like, how
AD's
about I
so
just
sick.
drink out of
He
his
doesn't
shoe?
touch my dick.
Screen capture. Everybody watching this. AD is sick. He doesn't suck my dick.
He said touch, and now you have to put the extras on
I
there.
thought it was-
Jesus
if he
Christ.
touches it, he's probably gonna suck it. That's what
Bro, people will be hitting me all the time. Why you be like, now talk to you like that, man?
Bro.
And you're like, I watched Gideon and now I get it.
Bro, it wasn't
funny
until
to
I
me.
joined No Jumper, bro. Like, I'm like, damn, YouTube is like better than television, bro. Just get your channels, you watch everything.
You weren't watching anything on YouTube?
I was, bro, believe it or not, I was watching Worth It, like food shit, bro. Like, I was watching all type of food shit. I wasn't watching like
Worth
content
It?
creators.
Were you like
Worth It,
subscribing
they
to
go-
channels?
Yeah, like Worth It on BuzzFeed, they would go to like 3 different places.
No, I know what
and
you're talking about.
Food at price points and
When
shit
I started
like that.
doing YouTube hard in like 2012, I would always be saying, yeah, subscribe, but also thinking in my head, like, who the fuck subscribes to YouTube channels? Now, fast forward to now, I've subscribed to hundreds and hundreds of channels. I'm looking through my fucking subscription feed, and sometimes I'll be around somebody, and they'll see my subscription feed, and they'll be like, whoa, like, you know about a lot of weird shit. And I'm like, yeah, I have collected a lot of very
But it makes
strange
the
subs
algorithm
over the years.
It makes the algorithm dope though.
And then you look at YouTube from another account, like
It's
a blank
trash.
account, and you're just like, what the fuck?
It's so
You
different.
really
I'll
get to
look-
know a person.
I'll look at my girl's Twitter sometimes, just randomly. I'll see her looking through it, and it'll be like, there's no like angry political people like sharing their fucking offensive takes about shit or whatever. It's just kind of like pictures of flowers and like pictures of girls showing their
Trash.
boobs.
Dude,
Like,
but this
boring.
is what YouTubers used to complain about. They would say that like back in the day, like in the early days of YouTube, you hop on, you see random creators, right? This is like before the algorithm got all crazy. But now you said you started YouTube and you get recommended this like it's a conglomerate of like it's a production company
Lena?
that it's a what was it called the show? Oh, BuzzFeed, right?
BuzzFeed,
BuzzFeed
yeah.
is like a giant production company. They just started a YouTube channel just to make some ad revenue. You know what I mean? And like that's the thing you got recommended.
The type of shit I find like I watched a video today about why this Harley Quinn ride at Magic Mountain didn't last long. Some shit that I would never just click
Random
on
shit.
search. But I'm like, damn, this is interesting.
But that's the power of the thumbnail and the title. That it could be some like an amusement park ride
Yeah.
from 20 years ago that you're never even going to go to that city. You don't care about amusement parks like that, but for some reason you're just watching it. Last night I got sucked in because I saw a video, and the view count can tell you what to watch because it's 2 weeks old, and it was called having traditional African tribes try candy for the first time.
I
I watched
got
that one. I
recommended
watched
that.
that one too.
Wow.
I watched it.
I didn't watch it. I
I
got
got 10
recommended
million
though.
views. I'm like, I gotta see
Nobody
this.
liked the Twizzlers.
Yeah, I noticed that. It was weird how some
That's
people
funny.
Bro,
really
I've been-
like the shit and some people
I've
fucking
been
hated
watching
it.
his show for so long, bro. His shit.
Really?
I was watching shit before I came here, bro.
Dude, his video about going to Egypt,
that's all the
that
brains and shit.
traumatized me how fucking bad the security and like the government was for him trying to go there and film content.
take his shit.
He said he spent $100,000 to go out there and make
I believe
videos.
it. I believe it.
Wow.
I mean, he has one video go to 10 million. I mean, that's gonna help, but fuck, $100,000. I cannot.
You know whose videos I've been watching? Steve Will Do It.
You like him?
Yeah, cool guy.
Yeah, this shit's good too.
I was like, damn, man, can't help but like this guy, man. Just give everybody money and shit.
Did you guys see Nelk did an interview with Caitlyn Jenner?
I watched
didn't watch that one.
I watched half of it.
I watched a little bit of it. It was interesting. They
I watched
like,
half of the Donald Trump one.
and then where can you watch it now that they took
I
it
seen
down?
he gave him a Rolex.
Dark web? I don't know.
Jesus.
He gave Donald Trump a Rolex?
Steve did.
Wow.
Did he really?
Yeah, he gave him like a presidential.
That's
God
funny.
He
Because
spent like 80 bands
he
on it. or
really
something.
does not need a Rolex at all.
For real.
He used that for the title or something?
I mean, he did it though. He gave it to him.
So
Steve just has so much money. It's crazy.
I am having second thoughts about my fiance.
You're lying.
Yeah, I'm having second thoughts. Might have to kick her to the curb because the word has come out that a girl that Lena used to associate is a killer.
Whoa.
That video was crazy. That
Lena
shit was
used
sad.
to kick it with this girl, and now that girl killed a black man.
Oh, that girl?
OnlyFans creator. That used to be Lena's friend.
She's kind of bad.
She was kind of bad, yeah.
You hang with a lot of people that kill people.
Lena was showing me photos of her in the club with the girl back in the day. I'm like, damn, that girl is hot. You should have kept kicking it with her. But then she had to catch a body.
What is the context of, like, she got jealous and she stabbed him?
We don't know because, there's a clip that came out of somebody confronting her at a bar, like, soon after the killing.
I was going to say.
She went out. She's at the bar. She's kicking it. She's getting some fucking wings.
I thought that was fake. I was like, how
No.
is she out after killing a person?
This is what I said. I said, if there was ever a time to order Postmates, it's probably like the day or two after you catch a body in the same city where you caught the body, and it's your boyfriend.
But do we know the context of what happened?
No, because I mean, obviously everybody's like kind of going to the assumption of like, oh, he was probably beating her. It was probably self-defense, whatever. But okay, this guy's huge. Like, he looked like a big fucking muscular guy. She's a small girl. Even if they got into a physical altercation where she ended up stabbing him, I just don't really believe that she was gonna like be able to stab him to death.
Nah.
Without him stopping.
He would
her.
have to be asleep.
He's huge. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to wrap my head around how this could have happened. But
In his sleep, sounds like
Honestly,
plausible.
like I watch a lot of like Oxygen Channel and like crime shit, bro. And there's people that's like Yuri sized who be killing like multiple grown men, bro. So it's not too far fetched.
I mean,
to
you
think.
cut one area. You're
Like,
dead,
you stab
know?
somebody
Yeah.
in one area, bro. They can and keep doing it.
especially she got the drop on him and just get one good plunge in there.
God damn. But how the hell is she like? Everyone knows that she got locked up for murder. How are you out within a month and
Well,
then
I
you're
don't
at
think
a
she got
bar
locked
Not
up.
even a month. I think it was like 2 days later. She bailed out. Everybody bails out for everything now.
for murder? You cannot bail out, right?
Well, I mean, they probably don't know what happened.
No, because people bail out from murders all the time.
Do they?
Way.
Yeah. It's just
Dude.
if they think that you're like a risk to
Yeah,
society
if you're
or
a
whatever.
high risk,
Flight
then
risk or
that-
something.
Yeah, but there's always a dollar amount, right?
Holy
and if you're an
shit.
OnlyFans girl,
And that's just probably she probably had to pay like $200,000-300,000 to get out.
Bruh.
but then you only have to pay like 10%, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If it's like,
But
if
I
her
doubt
bail
it's-
is like 3-4 million
I doubt it was that much though, was it?
for a murder, I think she'll
A
have to.
stabbing too.
That's what I
She
said.
was all bloody. We're talking about that video, right?
She was probably
bloody,
She
in
was
yeah.
in cuffs, blood all over her.
and she
body
was out
stuff.
2 days later.
And her friends their friend group told the news that like she had some history of like kind of being a little crazy, you know.
I hate to say it, white privilege.
That's what I was gonna say. How the fuck are you out in 2 days?
A lot of people bail out. It's not like that out of the ordinary.
I heard for a murder, like that's crazy. I
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but but the thing about it is that now Lena and her are rekindling their friendship because Lena's trying to get some tips about how she's going to take me out.
Jeez, I would be very scared if I was you. I would sleep in the Jack Shack with 3 locks on, dude.
She has a key to at least one of the locks.
God damn. I
But
don't
what
know.
do you what do you do that you think Lena would even like want to get rid of you?
Farting,
I think I'm about to say the smell probably
the
has something to
blunt
do with
smoking. She doesn't like
it. She
it.
don't like blunts?
She doesn't let me do it in the house anymore.
Did she recently start a life insurance policy on you like a year or 2 ago,
Yes.
maybe?
How much?
$1 billion.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're out of here.
It's nice knowing you, bud.
I don't know.
You know what? Oh, you could do though is start an infinite live stream. So she can't kill you on live stream. So start a
Why is
live.
live streaming the solution to all your problems?
I know. Why don't you do a 72-hour live stream with a knife
Just don't end
and
the
see
stream.
what happens?
When I saw you doing the 72-hour live stream, though, I was like, oh, they're having a baby. They got to get some money together. They're having a baby.
Realistically, what will be like the timeline for you and Raleigh to have a baby?
If I can be financially independent, then I'll be
Nigga,
like,
you're-
You keep doing
you
72-hour live streams, you can be all right.
But like right now, if you said like, you know what, this is okay. Let me ask you this: do you want to be married first?
yeah.
So when do you want to get married?
So you think you're better than me?
Oh my god. I don't know. It's like I feel like I don't want to be that couple that like gets married when we're fucking broke. You know what I mean? Like oh let's scrounge our money together to like get a
Nigga, your
little
life is
marriage in
good
Vegas.
right
You
now.
know.
Can you print out the topics for me? I just remembered.
So like I'd rather.
What do you consider broke? You live in Burbank. You have a nice.
You probably have 10 times as much money as you had when I met you.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
Probably more than 10.
You're
100%.
comfy now. You can have a kid.
But you
man.
probably spent all your money on bunk weed.
No, a huge thank you to Big Chief and other people.
Yeah!
We don't have to.
We keep you laced.
Yes.
You're paid to smoke now?
Mm-hmm. We're not even paid to smoke. We just don't have to pay to smoke.
Hey, where's that pound at?
Where's that
shit to
pound
me.
at?
We keep weed on deck.
Throw it like a football. Yeah, Trev. We gotta have Trev rolling a blunt, dude. My vision.
Smoke my shit. Uzumaki dropping 420.
I really want to start a podcast, like a smoke out, a weekly live smoke out podcast. Maybe in the back of the store at the new jumper store. Maybe at the new office.
Podcast doesn't end until you finish the amount of weed you started with.
I just like the idea of doing a podcast where everybody is just chiefing heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of like the theme.
A live stream of it.
Bro.
That'd be dope.
We live stream all our podcasts. I was already assuming that. True.
I used to watch this a podcast called Getting Dug with High, and
what happened to that? They still do that?
No, I think they stopped it because of COVID and all that stuff, and I don't think they rekindled it.
Is
but
there like
I
a
gotta
real-
say, after watching that weed podcast, you realize how many people become very uninteresting when they get high all of a sudden. You're like,
You
oh,
think?
yeah, a lot of his podcasts were so boring.
I spent
bro.
my whole life high, so I just this is regular
But
shit.
don't you have to deal with that when artists come in and just get super loaded?
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, but it's weird because sometimes you have a rapper like Rico Reckless who could smoke infinity weed and he's gonna be fine. But then sometimes you have dudes who really are not stoners like they think they are,
And they want to
and they
smoke.
come on and get high. Yeah, he's a good example. Yeah. Oh my god, if I had like done an AD interview and you got high, it would have been so.
All you had to do.
funny.
It's sad that y'all had a fucking camera on me on the couch sleeping. That's how high I used to
Those
get.
were the days.
Yeah,
Those
I
were
miss
the
those
days.
days. Now you're too cool to stream with us on Fridays.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Dude, shit's open now.
It's a big responsibility.
That shit used to be
It
fun
is.
though, but it used to be like I used to be like, fuck another
I would
song.
already not do it anymore if it wasn't for me being able to play poker.
It was basically like a sleeping stream for AD every time, every Friday. It was just
And
like,
then I had my sign.
oh yeah,
This sucks.
this sucks.
No, because I used like that was like the thing keeping the business afloat for a long
COVID.
time. Like if it wasn't for streaming and the music, I would stream and make like X amount of dollars and just be like, okay, like that'll actually keep us going. Like I actually like needed to do that. Like if I didn't do
Bro.
that, we would be fucked this month.
We
That's
was
the thing.
we was thugging though.
Wow.
I'm not talking about when you were here. When you were here, it was already like going in the right direction. I'm talking about before you came around. Things were rough.
That's why I tell people, like, that's why I live stream. It's like people always tell me, like, why don't you bring back the old vlogs and all that stuff? It's like, bro, vlogging, put in 6 hours of work for a skating vlog, right? Put another couple hours of editing in, upload it, blah, blah, all this stuff, $5. Or maybe if that,
You
a
make
dollar.
how many views?
It's
do
like,
you
Not
get?
now. Your
but
shit
that's
is
what I'm
up
saying
there
is
now.
like I'm not really getting that many views, but compared to live streaming, it's like it's way more interactive. It's like I feel like live streaming just
I think that's your thing.
I think it's the new thing that of the future. People
He's
are
a
always going to be
student of
live.
Ice Poseidon. I
That's
remember-
something that you say every time too.
Well, it's a fact.
bad
But,
podcasting.
I mean, it's like it's all you need to know to understand Yuri is that he's based his entire life around being
I
like Ice
have to.
Poseidon.
I have to look who that is.
Bro, now
Bad podcasting is me saying it a million times and you not knowing who it is.
now seeing Flaco
Pound.
come in, I'm starting to think like, is the new era just going to be
Jesus
mini
Christ.
versions of
I'll
the?
fucking knock that ashtray over
Oh
me.
shit, Jesus!
Fucking asshole.
But yeah, I'm wondering if the new era of content creators is going to be like mini versions of the original content creators. There's going to be like a Mr. Beast Part 2. You know what I mean?
Wow,
A No
Kush.
Jumper Part 2. A freaking Ice
Well,
Poseidon
remember when
Part
there
2.
was mini Jake Paul? Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, there was a mini Jake Paul. What happened to him?
It was that kid Titus. I think he just goes by his actual name now. I met him one time. I met
Oh,
him
really?
because his mom like went and knew his mom or some shit.
Dang. I wonder if he misses it.
Look at the Kush.
Misses being mini
Smell it
Jake
though.
Paul.
Smells good.
And it smells good,
That
tastes
Usa,
good.
nigga.
Jake Paul does a lot of things that like a little kid shouldn't do. So that might be part of the problem
Does
with
he
being
even do
mini Jake.
YouTube anymore?
I
He's
kind
pretty
of
much a boxer now.
Yeah.
want to. Well, did you guys see what with the thing with JoJo Siwa?
Yeah.
She didn't get invited to the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards.
Right, but then they made it clear that the reason why was because they only invited like a very select amount of people because of COVID.
Which is
I don't know anything about how big a deal JoJo Siwa is to Nickelodeon, but I did
was
see.
huge, bro.
I saw a tweet that had like 100,000 likes or 200,000 likes, so I'll just quote it verbatim. And it was like a video of JoJo Siwa talking about how she didn't get invited to the Nick thing, and she's got the short blonde hair, kind of like my haircut if it was like a little bit more thick. And the quote tweet said, "Are we gonna really witness the dykeification of JoJo Siwa in real time on the internet?"
Damn.
And I was, and then she had to like clarify in the responses that
Yeah.
like I am very very pro JoJo Siwa doing this or whatever, but like I mean, it is kind of like a weird thing that we're like watching her figure out her own identity. She's not doing the stupid fucking ponytail thing anymore.
Bro, the meme about her hair being happy about that is so funny because she would tie her hair up so tight to get into that ponytail. And there's memes about her hair just like fucking joyful the fact that she switched her hairstyle.
Bro, I never forget Christmas shopping for my daughter. I went into 4 fucking stores and JoJo Siwa had a product in all of those stores in the mall.
Honestly,
I was like, this girl is huge.
Even though Nickelodeon is saying that that's not the original reason, I kind of like, sympathize with the idea of like, yo, this is a child star. Like you're saying, every fucking kid knows about this person. Back in the day, if you were a child star, you didn't talk about sex at all. You know what I mean?
But she doesn't talk about sex.
But she's talking about how she's lesbian now, which immediately is like, it infers like,
she do say she got a girlfriend.
It makes you think as a kid.
It's not like she's doing porn.
Yeah, it's not she's not doing porn, but I feel like it immediately kind of like triggers these questions of like, hey, Dad, what's up with JoJo?
But if you're Nickelodeon, you need to be viewed in this modern day climate. You need to be viewed as open-minded to gay shit.
Look at Disney. They say they have to have like,
But I mean, with the JoJo Siwa thing, it's not like she's doing anything edgy. She's just saying I'm a lesbian.
Yeah,
and she's not like being weird about it. She's not like drawing some crazy attention. She's being like chill about it. She's just being real about who she is. If Nickelodeon is excluding her on the basis of that, oh no, they're in big trouble. Like that's not going over very well.
In
in
the
this
words
day
of
and age.
JoJo Siwa, I don't give a fuck what they say. I'm gonna hit a nigga with a boomerang.
I feel like if Nickelodeon still works with like Ariana Grande, then it would be very hypocritical. Because like if you listen to her music nowadays, it's so sexual.
She's way past
extremely sexual.
Like
but I feel like they would be more than happy to still.
She's a fucking pop star now.
Yeah.
But they would be more than happy to still identify and work with her. You know what I mean? Even though her shit's like sexual, in that way. She's not gay.
But they have gay cartoons now on Nickelodeon. I don't think that would be a reason for them not to fuck with her.
Yeah, but that's what JoJo Siwa was the one who put this thing out. That she's the one who said like, "Oh, I didn't get invited because X, Y, and Z."
Here's the question. There's this whole conversation about how much teachers should be discussing sexual orientation, gay shit, etc. with kids at young ages in school. I mean, to me, a lot of the shit I'm seeing is just like crazy. Like, why are we being expected to believe that this is normal? Like, I don't think teachers should be talking about their fucking private life. I never had a teacher tell me who they were dating.
Bro.
Like, why would you be talking about this with second graders? This is so bizarre that we're like expected to think this is normal.
And this is what I was talking about too recently. Like when I recently watched the freaking Andy Warhol documentary. Right, the whole thing.
What of Jim Carrey?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyways,
What was that?
The whole documentary, they focus on his sexuality. They barely talk about his art. And like this is something I was talking about with Riley. I'm like, dude, I feel like nowadays people just focus way too much on sexuality compared to the actual person. You know what I mean? Like, what is their philosophies like? What was their family like? You know what I mean? Like, talk about the person. Like, I feel like it's too big of a subject. Like, people really dig in on it. Where you could talk about it, but don't make it the main subject of a person's life. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And I think like especially because we know that in America, issues of homosexuality and LGBTQ rights, etc. It's a very polarizing issue. It's clearly a lot of Americans who feel strongly one way or the other. To me, that just means like, okay, if this is an issue that's polarizing, it's the same way I don't want to hear a fucking teacher telling my kid who they voted for president. I don't want to have my kid coming in and telling me,
that's
it's like,
right?
keep
That's
your
true.
own fucking personality out of the classroom. I don't think it should even have to be a discussion because it seems so obvious. And if you know that there's a good chance that that kid's parents don't want you talking about this, like, I'm good. It just seems like that should be like an obvious, easy one that, of course, this stuff shouldn't be being discussed with little kids. Now, when you get to the age of like junior high or whatever, I got in junior high at 12, 13. That's when I think like sex education should become more of a thing. Yes. Like I remember like learning a little bit of like sex ed type stuff in like 5th, 6th grade. But for the most part, like when you're like 12, that's when that kind of starts to become something you should be
that's a good
learning
point,
more
though.
about, right?
I remember when I was in middle school, when I was like in 7th grade, that's when I got sex ed. They only talked about male-female sex. They didn't teach us nothing about of a dude and a dude, of a girl and a girl. There's stuff to learn in those subjects as well, of like what you can, what to be careful about, and all these things. But they didn't teach us any of that shit.
I think like if you're gonna be learning about sex and everything, like it would be like a betrayal of the truth for the teacher to not just like talk about the fact that some men are attracted to men and some women are attracted to men, and even like introduction to the idea of like trans stuff or whatever. I'm not against like some degree of that, but I feel like everybody is in agreement that this is not something that teachers should be talking to like 3rd graders about.
I agree.
And that Don't Say Gay bill is just, it's like it's for third graders. It's like up to third grade.
Dude,
it's not about like how you talk to a 14-year-old.
But do you feel like kids are getting older, like younger now? You know what I'm saying? With the internet and
sure.
stuff, they could search up shit in second grade, third grade. These kindergartners know how to use iPads and shit.
Look at, like, literally, they said on the first episode of the new Kardashian shit on Hulu that fucking Saint seen his mom's sex tape on fucking Roblox, bro.
But I think he saw like an ad for the coming soon of the sex tape advertised in the game, which I'm assuming that was just like put in there by a fan.
But even think of that, like, Mom, what is this? Like, how do you explain
You think
that?
that's how they found out? Like, the mom has a sex tape is in Roblox. What a weird word. But and like, did somebody in the game know that the kid was playing it and they were trying to expose that?
That's kind of creepy if that's what happened.
That's traumatizing as a kid.
But I hear about like now, like fucking pedophiles are on fucking Roblox trying to like meet kids and shit up on there and shit like that.
As parents, do you guys think you guys have to beat the internet in some way?
Yes, but I don't think we should have to be worrying about what the teachers are saying to the kids, which is like,
exactly.
You should consider that a safe space. Like, I feel like a first grade teacher, second grade teacher, they should be working within like a pretty confined realm of what's appropriate or what you should be teaching the kid. And
Learn your fucking math.
Your
and
personal
ABs,
sexual
you know what I mean?
life should obviously not be discussed with a little fucking kid.
No, yeah, definitely.
And why, like, people act like Republicans are crazy for having that opinion that shouldn't be happening. It's like, does anyone agree with that? Like I don't know. This is mind blowing.
I think if it happens, just let it happen naturally and just leave it like that.
The question is like, are we going to have to be the kind of dads in the future that are going to have to be like extremely concerned about who's teaching our kids? Because I don't want my kid to have to fucking compete against a biological male in sporting events, or I don't want my kid getting taught about their teacher's orgy lifestyle at fucking 5.
I feel like if you spend if you talk, like, you're gonna spend a lot of time with your kid before they even go to school, even just at home or whatever. I feel like if you raise your kid right and talk to them and like teach them the right things, even if they have those experiences with weird teachers, they'll be able to acknowledge it and be like, "Yo, Dad, my teacher was tripping today."
But the thing is the teacher's gonna make being a woke bisexual person sounds so lit to your kid that they're gonna be like, this is the cool shit. Fuck my dad, man.
They may get influenced by it, and it just.
The kid's gonna be like, wait, so if I'm gay, I get to dye my hair,
bro. Look at. But it's true. Look at there's like statistics about how kids that go to college, most kids that leave college are extremely fucking democratic and liberal by the end of it, especially depending on where the college is located. You know what I mean? So teachers have a huge effect on how you think of the world or your philosophies and exactly what what your opinions are. So you do have to be careful. But also, I feel like on the internet subject, everything like iPads, iPhones, games, like everything makes it so easy to add that parental lock, and you just have to be a responsible parent and be on top of it. And
but there's loopholes with all that shit.
Like the Roblox
because
thing,
the kids are smart and they want to see the good shit. They're gonna figure it out.
I have parental shit on everything, and I noticed too. Like even with my daughter. Her fucking computer that I got her for Christmas, it lets me see every app and what website she go to. And when I fucking made it aware to her that I'm like, hey, you haven't been on your computer lately, she's like, you can see that? I know that she ain't going to her fucking shit anymore. So I know she's probably trying to find stuff and explore and look for shit that she don't want me to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You should have never revealed it to her.
I know, I fucked up.
Just act like you found out somehow. But now you need an even more intense surveillance.
But I don't like to like lie to my kid though. I like to be like straightforward, like you know, because you don't want your kids to be to the point that they can't talk to you. And if they're really going through something, they feel like they can't come to their fucking dad. So I'd rather be like, hey, keep shit straight, whatever it is at the end of the day. So if you really do go through something, you can come talk to me.
I felt like I couldn't talk about anything with my parents.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like
that's a
anything.
Problem. And you know, there's some kids, bro, who feel like they want to kill themselves. They feel like they don't have nobody and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just having someone that they can feel like, hey, I can talk to them. I can trust my dad. He's not going to judge me. You know what I mean? Like, that can save fucking lives.
No, 100%. Exactly.
My kid's new thing is she will walk up to us with something, like a hair clip, and she'll go, da. And that means I have to, like, put it in my hair.
What the hell?
And once I put it in my hair, she'll, like, laugh a little bit, and then she'll go, mama. And then my girl has to do it too.
You pass the same hair clip?
Yeah. And like just random shit. Like she'll walk up with a hat and say the same thing. We have to put the hat on.
She's like, I can control the world all of a sudden. Have you had to like say no to her. Like, for example, I have
Constantly.
I have like nieces, right? And one of my nieces, she's so nice, so playful. She's like so cool to hang out with. As soon as she does something wrong, and I'm like, no, you can't be doing that. Immediate tears,
Really?
like sits down in a corner and like hugs herself, and I'm like, bruh, all I said was no. Like, and you're
I don't
tripping.
have a problem with tough love. When my kid's doing some bad shit, I'm just like, no, stop.
Did you see what my son did to my countertop?
Was that was
permanent marker?
Oh my
Permanent
god,
marker scribbled all over the whole fucking thing.
I'm surprised you reached up
And
there.
you fucking people were talking about he got that from Uncle Duno. I was fucking laughing.
Yo, that's funny.
Bro,
But you can't leave a Sharpie around your kid.
no, but I was, bro, 1 second. I was watching him for hours.
My
put
sister's
in
telling
a
me
lot of
this.
work.
Bro, let me tell you something. My son, he likes to do this now. We're in the fucking living room. He likes to run back and forth in the living room. I get tired. I get on the ground. He starts crying. He's hitting me. I get back up. I'm running back and forth. I go to fucking pee. I don't even know how the Sharpie got up there. And that nigga went.
He was plotting that. He's like, I'm gonna tire him out.
Bro, I know,
Wear
right?
him out like a boxing match.
Oh,
Then I'm gonna
Knock
get
him out in
He
the
had the
last
Sharpie
round.
tucked.
That's
in his dash spot. He pulled
he
it.
fucking whips it out.
And bro, I get the sponge. I'm like this. I'm wiping it. I'm like, this shit is not coming off.
Oh my god.
And shout out to everybody that DM me was giving me advice on how to clean this shit.
You went through a whole.
No, my girl tried for 6 hours.
How do you
6 hours? That
The
became your whole day?
How do you-
fucking day.
How do you discipline your kid after doing that?
Throw him off the roof. There's a bush. Maybe they'll land in it.
Don't do that again.
Honestly, I'm not like the.
know,
You gotta
I
do
get-
something bad for me to like pop you. But I'm like, I'm not the parent that's like, I'm like this. I'm like,
You're not in the
Damn.
spanking zone?
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. I remember a while ago you posted a video of your kid like playing with the giant tub of Vaseline, and if I came across my kid with all this mess of Vaseline ever, I'd be like, this is gonna be such a bitch to clean. Like I'd be like tripping. you whip out
beating the shit out of the kid.
you whip out your phone. You're like, yo, look what my kid
But
just
no,
did.
but
Like
it's-
you're able to. You have such a tolerance.
no,
you know,
but it's
like-
different because my son has autism, so I can't even, you know, what I'm saying treat it the same way that I would, you know, what I'm saying, do like with my daughter or something like that. So I got to be very sensitive because my son does not speak. He says little to no words right now. So trying to talk to him and get him to like learn different things. So I got to be more patient, and I don't want him to feel even more frustrated than he already is.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. So if you right now you can fuck up everything. You can listen to this when you fucking older. Fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
But the crazy thing is that it's so easy for your kid to learn a bad behavior. Like somebody, a family member who I will not name, has introduced my
Josh.
kid. No, there's like a box that like, you know, the mechanical equipment or whatever is like inside on our gate, and then like there's the keypad that like you can open the gate with. Someone let Parker climb up on the box and start.
Pressing
She
the
realized
keypad.
that when you press the buttons, it goes beep beep beep, and so she fucking loves it and just posts up on there, and it's dangerous as fuck because if she stumbles, she's gonna fall off like to her fucking head from like, you know, multiple feet up in the air, and it's like. Now I'm just dealing with the fact that somebody who is not me taught her this bad behavior, and now every time I go outside to play with her, I have to stop her from doing that like 3-4 times.
And now
son
you're the
does it on my
bad dude.
keypad too now.
And now you're the bad dude preventing her from doing something she thought was fun.
Right.
She's like, dude, I just found this new thing. Now I can't do it because of you.
She has this little like mini BMW car that they fucking gave her when I got my car, and she just realized that she can stand on the hood of it. Now she's only like this high above the ground, but she's standing on. It's on wheels, so your fucking weight affects it a little bit. She stands on it. She looks at me.
Oh,
And then boom!
Who's the enforcer? Lena
It's
or
not him
Adam?
because every week she's hurting herself.
Well, she's around way, like my girl's around her way more than me, so I'm kind of like posted up in this fucking weird green room all the time, so
with no windows.
with no windows.
He just realized that the other day.
That we have no windows
Where?
in here. I never really thought about the fact that that's kind of
we've been
I don't
talking
know why I'm
about that
looking at that.
forever.
it's like a prison.
This
vibe.
is a window. It's
We're
like,
going to another room.
it's
And there are
that's
windows that are covered up with big
Low
sheets.
key, this
Yeah.
is kind of weird. This is like a fucking spy room.
Bro, you're only here for a couple minutes. Like Trevor and I come
no,
here. and
I'm not. I'm here all the time.
well, not literally.
You're not sitting there editing for 10 hours.
Bro, we come here in the morning.
Neither is yours.
It's daylight, right?
Nigga, you be watching YouTube.
And then by the time we're done, we're like, open up the gate. It's sort of like fucking. It's night, and we're like, oh man, we didn't see a thing of this day.
No,
you know, like
I felt bad one time I left something here and it's like Trevor's locking up. All the like Yuri's here, you gotta wait. I'm like, damn.
Bro, the winters were tough, man.
When it got dark early, yeah, dude.
Nigga, winter in Los Angeles. Let it be winter somewhere else.
But it gets so dark early.
The darkness, that's all I'm talking about.
But also, I remember I had a job back in the day. My first office job, I'd be sitting there for 8 hours a day, and I had a window to the street outside, and I'd see people skating by, riding bikes by, and I'd be like, I'd be like,
I'm just sitting at this desk all day.
That's maybe why you shouldn't have windows. You're
That's what I'm
distracted.
saying.
I mean, it's not like celebrities come in every fucking day. It's just
No,
like
but
the
it's
most
just the
lit
sunlight.
shop
The
ever.
sunlight coming in is just like the next spot where you're getting like a significant amount of light in there, and it's like kind of like breathable. Like the smoke is just not going to be as like confined. The next spot, the quality of life we're working on right now. We could be in there in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that.
We need a hot box room though for all the
The
confined
whole
smoke.
thing. Oh, if you want, you can go in my fucking filming space. That's basically going to be a hot box room.
All right, also,
Jack off a room as well.
Yeah, we did the video walkthrough today, so
You filmed it.
yeah.
it looked nice.
I want to see it.
Who hosted it?
Well, it was just like I'll have you talk over it or whatever, you know.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Nice before and afters.
That windows, my Twitch room don't have no windows either. Because that's when I bought the crib, they said it was 3 bedrooms. And I was like, oh, they can't list it as a 4th bedroom because it doesn't have any windows.
Oh, so
Can't listen. Really?
Interesting.
You can't. The closet? What you mean?
Oh, it has to be.
I have a
he has
closet.
a closet.
I have no windows.
I have
Interesting.
no legs.
Have you gone into the closet?
You should come out of it. Got him. No, but yeah, dude, I'm fucking so excited for that.
I just had the perfect, that was the perfect segue.
Yeah. What? With the,
never mind.
Were you coming out of the closet?
No, I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. No, I'm super excited too, man. I'm like,
To come out?
no, for this new spot too. I can't wait to see all the Adam's talking about having like a collection of items, and we have all this stuff in the closet that just like it's cool stuff that people like to see. But
You haven't been to it, huh?
no, I
I
haven't
haven't
been
been
there.
either.
Who's that bra that we got?
That broad?
Some girl left a bra the other day, and we got
Oh,
that.
they said who this broad we got.
Emma.
Who's this broad that
we're
we
gonna
So
get-
how am I saying?
Like Emma Magnolia left her bra here, so we're just gonna print out a picture of her and then just like put the bra up next to it, like it's just legendary that we have her bra for some reason.
You think with the bigger space is gonna make shit like less creative?
Hell no.
That's why we have to like
No.
construct the space so that people aren't like separated so much, so that there can still be like a lot of communication and stuff, but also with more people.
It's gonna be perfect, dude. Sometimes having a film in this little room,
Yeah.
so hard having people walk through and stuff. We'll be able to, hey, go to this area, shut the fuck up, don't make noise while
Yeah,
we
yeah,
film.
exactly.
You know, like
So y'all
it's
got,
gonna
like-
be way,
Y'all
way
gonna look
better.
like the IT team in there now?
Man, dude, I'll show you the walkthrough video.
I
it's
saw one
massive.
little clip and it looked really nice, especially since it was like it was like on a stabilizer or
Yeah.
whatever, and just like super smooth.
So we're getting like different sets.
No, it's gonna be one set that we're gonna be able to pull
modular
items
set.
and backgrounds into, so that we can make everything look different.
There
Is
will
there
be
gonna-
multiple sets though.
Is there gonna be any like skating or riding or like biking equipment there?
We're gonna be able to. We got to put like a flat rail on a ledge out in the
Ooh,
driveway
that'd
and
be
just
sick.
go in.
I remember when we were moving to this spot from the Santa Monica location. I remember you saying like my first goal or main goal is to make sure that we got like a riding or a skate park section, and I was like, yes, that sounds so awesome. We've been here for like I don't know a year or two. There's,
Here?
yeah, there's
I've been
nothing.
here 2 years.
the sound thing. It's gonna be too loud. That's the only thing.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Imagine we had fucking boards flying around and shit, dude.
just-
But it's gonna be outside. No, it's definitely not enough room for us to have a fucking mini ramp. That would be cool though.
It looked huge on the freaking
That was like when we
clip.
seen Big U shit. They had a mini ramp there.
They did, but that was also like 100 times bigger than ours. Our spot's pretty big, but that spot, I don't know
probably-
what the fuck that is. It's like an
crazy.
airplane hangar of a
Yeah.
studio.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, it's crazy.
Gigantic.
It was outside.
Bro,
Like a loading
It's
dock?
like 3 fucking buildings damn near.
I reached out to a certain member of the No Jumper News team, and I asked them to sort of help. To help consolidate and explain the reasons why the internet has collectively agreed that Jada Pink Eye is no good for Will Smith. Number one, and let me know if you believe that you can identify who wrote this.
Flaco.
This list. Reason number one. Fucking August, her son's close friend who came to her vulnerable.
That's Flaco.
Number two, going on the Red Table Talk and saying that Will Smith and her are not on the same page sexually, essentially saying that Will Smith's sex game is trash.
That was cold.
Jesus.
That was cold.
Number three, going on Instagram Live a few months ago and reading a love poem that Tupac wrote about her in the 90s. She is a married woman of 20 plus years, but she was smiling, grinning, looking stricken by Tupac's love poem to her. Number four, Jada released a statement saying that she doesn't need a man to protect her in the aftermath of Will smacking Chris Rock. Like, could they bitch be any more ungrateful?
That is definitely Flaco.
I know, right?
Number 5, we are upset that Will Smith ruined his entire life's work for a woman that belongs to the street.
God.
I did not write this.
This is
Okay.
definitely Flaco.
This gets clipped. That's
100%.
what I make clear. I did not write.
This is an act stream.
And number 6, Daz Dillinger exposed Jada Pinkett for fucking a 14-year-old Chris Kelly, the dude from Kid and Play, when she was about 21 years old, essentially confirming her history of preying on young men.
Okay, that is Flaco.
Jesus.
Wow.
Wow.
Do we agree Jada's no good for Will?
I agree.
The most painful thing, he didn't even include it on this list. The thing that really hurt me for Will, deep in
recent
my
one.
heart, was the shit about how he planned a birthday party. I don't know if it was her 40th birthday.
like
what.
3 years.
He planned it for 3 years to make it the illest party imaginable. And then when he did the party, I'm not sure exactly what it consisted of, but apparently it was so grand, so big and so ridiculous that she pulled him aside and told him that this is embarrassing. And that this
Like strokes your ego or something.
that this is all about your ego and yada yada yada.
Wow.
What the fuck, bro?
She's toxic.
Like, even if you like get a girl a little like, you know, $500, $50 birthday present, you're supposed to grit your fucking teeth and just, you know, act like you like it. Like, if and if a guy goes into all this trouble, if he plans a party for you, even if it's a shitty party,
It's the thought that counts.
respect
at
the
end of
party.
day.
What are we talking about? That
Bruh.
just hurt me in my heart to know that this guy's like, what does he like about her?
Dude, and also I'm surprised you didn't, it wasn't on the
Nigga, she used
list.
to be bad.
I'm surprised it wasn't on the
She's
list,
mean.
but
She used to be
also
bad, though.
another clip from Red Table Talks came out where she said right in front of Will, she's like, I never even wanted to marry him in the first place. She literally said that, and I'm like, and like it came out after the whole slapping incident, and people are saying like, oh, he just literally lost the, you know, can't go to the Oscars for 10 years now because of this woman who didn't really want to marry him, and
Like,
it's fucked up.
Putting yourself in his shoes, it's just like, wow, this is just like a straight list of some of the most hurtful shit that I could ever imagine a girl doing to me. Like, that's fucking crazy.
I wonder what the Scientologists around him think about this, you know? Or I wonder if I wonder if she's on a higher level than him in the Scientology, and she's able to fucking
All right, Larry, that's
probably.
enough.
slap him around.
You think she slaps him around?
Well, she basically is, you know, metaphorically.
What's going on,
In
guys?
the eyes of the
OG
public.
suicide in the building.
Let's go.
I saw Eddie fighting back the urge to say it.
I was like this. Bad podcasting.
I say it every week. I gotta say it again.
Bro. I feel like maybe Will Smith, he's also one of those like older celebrities from that era where like you don't.
Nigga, he's
you-
one of the goats,
You
nigga.
don't get a divorce. You don't get a public divorce. You know what I mean? Like you don't do all these like family drama things in public. Like I feel like he might be staying with her for like the public image, but it's getting worse and worse at this
This
point.
just is a reminder that money does not buy happiness or
Oh,
success
100%.
or anything like that. No matter who you are, you're going through it.
Bruh. Maybe worse. In some cases.
Exactly.
I mean, but shit like this happens like all the time, and we see somebody like who said somebody just said it that Will was somebody whose career has always been like straight line, untouched. He ain't had like no real public scandals or anything like that at all. So just to see all this stuff unfold right now is fucking crazy, and it's like every fucking, you know, black hero that we have some type of something on their legacy. And like Will was the one person who didn't have nothing. And now he fucking does this at the Oscars. From now on, like even some shit I read, they were like the Oscar hitter. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying the
Oscar
fucking
smacker.
Yeah, like that's what he's going to be known with now when it comes down to people talking about him.
It is
that
pretty
little
cr-
stain.
It's crazy because like in the immediate aftermath, it was hard to tell like how much of a bad thing it was going to be for his career because it seemed like there were so many people behind him. But it definitely now he's got to be looking at it like, what the fuck was I thinking?
And they call him a rapper again. It's like this rapper Will Smith, like just
Hasn't
call him
put
a
out an
nigga.
album in like 20 years.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just bad, man.
I think the beginning of the end for Will Smith was YouTube Rewind, where he goes like Fortnite, or like oh that's hot, or whatever it was.
I think that was mostly disconnected from this stuff. But
No, but I feel like that's when like people started like making fun of Will Smith, and it started like
well, because
they
he
started going
became
in more
a
and more.
vlogger in general, and it was kind of like, whoa, like Will Smith was the first big celebrity that you saw making vlogs, and you just knew like, oh, this is being orchestrated by like a production team
They were
to
fire.
help him make vlogs
Super
that
fire.
seem kind of like natural, but actually you could just tell that there's like a team behind this. And it was like kind of cool, but also kind of depressing of like, oh shit, like everything that people thought up on the internet is just going to be taken over by celebrities at one point or another.
Yeah.
Not Twitch streaming though.
Well, even
They don't got the fucking bone. They don't got it in their hearts to do that shit.
I don't know. It kind of happens, but I feel like even in YouTube, it's like if you're on YouTube for long enough, you're slowly gonna steer away from the Jimmy Kimmels, the BuzzFeeds, and you're gonna find your own little YouTube person that like is just like a content creator out of their house making shit. Like you always kind of steer towards the organic content. I feel like at the end of the day.
Like you and Hassan.
Wait, me and Hassan.
Is that your new fucking YouTube bae or
Hell
Twitch
no,
bae?
I do not fuck with Hassan at all. No,
Just a guess.
No,
No, people
I don't
want
know
the
what you're
real shit
into.
on YouTube though. I agree with that.
right?
Yeah, they want to see people being people.
Exactly. And just like after a certain point, you're gonna realize like, oh wow, if I'm just going on YouTube to watch Jimmy Kimmel, I might as well fucking let Channel 5 play on my TV on cable network all day. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. It's just
I like Jimmy Kimmel.
I do subscribe to. I subscribe to all types of people.
Wait, Adam doesn't fuck with them, right?
Who?
You called them out.
Who?
Was it Jimmy Kimmel?
What did Jimmy Kimmel do? I can never remember
He
the
said
difference
he said that
between
like
him and-
Nelk were small YouTubers.
Oh yeah, he did. What
And then
the
you
fuck?
and you were
They're
like,
not.
why the
Are
fuck
you
are you
a
calling
Nelk
him?
boy?
That
I'm
pissed
not a
me
Nelk
off.
boy. I was surprised to see that you were like fuck Jimmy Kimmel. Nelk boys aren't small.
I mean, it's true though. When you look at the ratings for like CNN will have like 100,000 viewers on a lot of their shit. So it's like
For a month?
No, like in a given episode of anything on CNN, there'll be like 100,000 people watching it. Now we're all on YouTube. We all know that if you get 100,000 per upload, that it's a good amount, but it's not like insane.
Yeah, exactly.
And like that's just pretty fucking insane to think that like at this point CNN is that irrelevant.
God damn.
Like that they don't have shit going on, that somehow being able to be beamed into all these houses all over the world, that ain't doing shit for them, bro. That's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Dude, now that you break it down in those terms, like I feel like even like some of the most poppin' TV shows still alive, like The Bachelor right now, even in their biggest numbers, they're probably pulling like David Dobrik numbers. You know what I mean? Like what she does easily, no
Bro,
problem.
Squid Game did like one Mr. Beast upload numbers,
God damn.
You know?
That's insane.
and that's like the
And
biggest
it's getting
show
praise.
ever. Yeah,
Wow.
Squid.
And YouTubers and content creators are still getting underpaid compared to all these like, platformed shows or whatever it may be.
Twitch
you know?
streamers getting underpaid
For now.
for that.
Not Yuri. Did anyone listen to the Fabio Foreign album or the
I did.
Coil Ray album?
I listened to the Fabio one,
What'd you think?
bro. Like I was impressed
I gotta check it out.
because like
There's been a lot of hype.
it's hype. But when I say like, me personally, when I listen to Brooklyn drill rap, I'm like, to me, all that shit sounds similar. And like, I went into the album thinking that he was gonna make a whole bunch of stuff like that. His production quality on there was fucking great.
I think he grabbed the opportunity of him like having this, because he's an older guy, so he's not a dumbass who's just gonna kind of make the same song over and over. Like I feel like he's managed to like take that sort of drill seed and like really elaborate on it, and he's definitely kind of emerged as pretty much like the most talented out of that universe in the hip hop world. But then the Coil Ray album, like that, it did 11K apparently, so people are calling that an L.
She's still growing though, right? She's not like still like peaked yet. Like I feel like I don't know.
that's putting a rosy tone on it, but I mean I feel like a lot of people think like she seems like a pretty big artist, but those aren't really like big artist numbers.
She seems way higher than the numbers that she dropped.
I agree.
There's a disconnect somewhere because like when it comes to like new artists, especially female,
And that's what
you're
the
gonna,
Nicki single.
You're gonna think about who you gonna think about new as far as female artists out right now. You're gonna think of Coil Ray. You're gonna think of Lotto.
And honestly, like Riley, like has played tons of Coil Ray songs and really fucks with it. And I'm just assuming that other girls think the same way, or
You don't
similar
fuck with
ways. No, I do fuck with it. I do fuck with some of her songs. There's this one song, I forgot what it was, but I really like that one.
No more parties.
No. It has the dude on the song with her has like a really deep raspy voice, and he's just like, let me see you dance, blah blah. I forgot, what the fuck is that song name,
This
dude?
is why we don't talk about music with him.
Yeah, I try to not give my take on the music sections.
Let me see you dance, mama.
Yeah, something like that.
No,
God damn
I'm
it.
mimicking you.
God damn. I gotta check it out though.
That's literally how it goes,
I'm
though.
over here ignorant as fuck. I ain't been listening to shit.
But do the numbers like make you look at artists differently? Personally,
I mean, even if you personally don't want that to be the case, I feel like you pretty much have to look at the numbers and think like this is pretty much, it's viewed as a rating of how popular that rapper is. I mean, the labels clearly believe that because we've seen them do so much devious shit. But nowadays that you can't do like the bundling, it feels like it's way harder for a rapper to be fake hot.
So like when SoundCloud, right? Because you knew all about that shit. When the SoundCloud rappers albums came out, where you just like fucking let down. You like, wow, this shit that I'm covering is not as big as I thought it was.
No, because I never really viewed that as that great of a number to judge them on. Because like, you know, you had Lil Pump doing like hundreds of millions of views on like every music video he's putting out, and then he puts out a project and it did like, I think his first project did like 40K in sales or 30.
That's actually not bad.
Which is really not that bad by today's standards. That's looked at as like pretty good. Like even Lil Xan did 28K when he came out.
That's not bad
and
either.
now people are looking at 28K like that's pretty solid. Because Academics put out the
definitely.
fucking numbers for all these new albums. I don't even know if I should actually fucking bother to read some of this out, but fuck it.
I feel like a lot of people, like you're saying, don't let that affect their perception. Like a lot of people don't care about the numbers. They either like the songs, like the artist, or not.
Okay, 42 Duggan ESTG's project sold 26K. Coil Ray
That's
sold.
good. I didn't know they dropped the project.
Coil Ray sold 11. 504 did 29, which again,
I thought it should have been higher.
I think people are looking at 29K from 504 as a W, whereas Lil Xan did pretty much exactly that and was ridiculed for it. But I think he also was doing the merch bundling back then, which is like not something you can really get away with these days.
I thought Fabio would have did like 50.
50's big.
I kind of
Bro,
see
he
that
got
too,
Kanye
though.
on the album. He has Alicia Keys.
He's
He has
well known.
If you look at these people's YouTube views, you think it's gonna sell like that,
bro,
too.
but he have some big features on that album, bro.
I feel like that's.
You should have listened to it more.
I'm gonna have to.
I feel like that's
Give
the
him a
disconnect. Though.
29.1.
He's one of us.
Whoa!
I just saw Bobby Shmurda and OT in the studio together.
Fire.
Wow. That's
It's all
fire.
about a Crip walk.
Crip energy.
Dang.
I know Bobby Shmurda fucks with me because he got a new number and he texted me to let me know he got a new number.
That's
Oh,
solid.
shit.
Fire.
I'm like, wow. So since I got your number, we haven't talked, but you want to make sure that we could talk in the
We
future.
gotta get the Rowdy Rebel re-up.
I seen the Academics just did it. I didn't see it yet, but oh wow, this is the big question. What do you think about the 6ix9ine comeback? Did you see the trailer that he put out?
I saw the trailer. I saw the whole drama afterwards of the location, the thing, people being upset about it, the police
People spray
coming.
painted rat all over the projects that he was in front of. I want to know. Yeah, I want to know the ID on all the dudes who are like young Brooklyn-looking guys who are hanging out with them video because I just want to know who those
I ain't
dudes
gonna
are.
lie. Them niggas look nervous.
I know they did.
I guarantee if you could see on the other side of that camera that you would have seen a whole bunch of security.
Niggas
holding that
like
shit
this the
down.
whole time.
They probably had the whole block.
They're like, this money ain't
covered.
worth it.
But do you think like the little bit of the song that I heard on Instagram or whatever that he was dancing around to, and he's writing like, I'm back, I'm about to take over the game again. I didn't hear anything that sounded like anything that anybody was gonna give a fuck about in that snippet. I'm sorry. Like I'm if 6ix9ine puts out a song that I genuinely think will be big, I will be honest about it. I'm not going to be biased about that.
Yeah.
I'll say this is a hot song, like the Nicki song. I wasn't surprised that did great. That seemed like a fucking hit
Dude,
song
his,
when I heard it.
his
Regardless,
foreign fans he has so many foreign fans.
He's gonna do that forever, and he's
Exactly.
gonna make money.
I agree
He's
with
gonna
that.
do that.
I don't doubt that it'll do significant numbers. I just doubt it'll have a significant impact, which is like basically the situation that you saw with all the other videos he put out back then. He was doing like 100 million views easy on all those videos that he put out when he had that little run when he got out of prison, but then it didn't feel like any of those songs really mattered, even if they did do some numbers out the
But
gate.
see,
you know?
have two levels of hip hop. You have the music industry with everybody in it, and then you have the consumers. The consumers don't really give a fuck. If you don't give a fuck about the snitching shit,
I was gonna
whatever
say, yeah.
it is. But I think
him not being hot doesn't really seem like it has a lot to do with. Well, I feel like it has to do with the snitching shit, but like the fact that people don't really give a fuck about him at this point, or they don't seem like open to hearing it. I think the snitching part is one of it, but I think overall his character just sort of broke in general.
But see, I think that for him saying I'm back, I'm about to take over, he's doing that to the hip hop community, not the consumer. And it feels like that he wants still to be accepted by the hip hop community, which is probably will never happen.
He
again.
wants to be accepted by the streets because why else is he bringing up Lil Durk's dead brothers?
That's
and
what
shit
that's
like
what
that?
I'm saying.
That's shit that the mainstream fans don't get. That they don't fucking care. They're not tuned in enough to be paying attention to an academics post about this dude, this and this dude. Like that's not really. Like the fact that the overall audience doesn't seem to really care for him at this point, I think the snitching is only part of it.
You feel like academics has is helping his career stay alive a lot just by keeping him in our minds.
I feel like Act now ain't even doing like he used to do. He's just posting regular shit now.
Because it's not like Act interviewed him. You know, like Act did the Whack episode. But
That's
it's not
true.
like when 6ix9ine was doing his whole little media campaign, Act didn't do an interview with him, which to me is probably just because everybody already knows that they're cool. So what's the point of the interview? It's not going to be like
exactly.
All the other interviews were him sort of like having to explain himself.
That kind of like changed my perception on Act because I was watching him for a long time before that relationship, and I always thought that he had this like unbiased take on a lot of stuff where he really went in on everyone, right? Then all of a sudden I find out that him and 6ix9ine are like friends, and I'm like, this is someone I could see Act making fun of.
But he seems like he's pretty straight.
But he was straight even with the 6ix9ine. Like he will say that this is my friend, but I don't pop like this or X, Y, Z. So
they're on good terms, but like 6ix9ine, like, and the fact that his music career is currently on zero, I mean, he's been pretty open about that. You know, he would look crazy if he was just like, nah, 6ix9ine the hottest rapper in the world right now. Like, like you can't fucking fudge that detail. Although I'm sure he's gonna do crazy numbers when it comes out.
I agree, dude. There's a couple Russian vloggers I watch, and they've like made videos where they give their take on 6ix9ine. They all say that basically the perception on 6ix9ine in Russia for all the hip hop fans out there is like, we don't know anything about gang culture in America. We don't care about that stuff at all. His songs are hard, and we're gonna continue listening to
Don't you think snitching is like cross-cultural? Like everybody, that's like the one thing you're not supposed to do in every culture.
That's true. That's true.
If you're like a street person or whatever, you know.
But like just American gang culture sometimes doesn't translate well to other people, especially in other cultures where they're just like look at it and they're like they'll just ignore it. You know what I mean? They're like,
I blame the Crips LLC.
for not advertising.
No, but that goes back to what I said. The consumer doesn't. The niggas who are in hip hop and you listen to hip hop like crazy, them niggas are not really buying records or going to concerts. These consumers that he's promoting this shit to, they don't fucking care.
Exactly.
They looking at that. They're not into no crime. They're not doing nothing like that. They're going to the concerts. They like the nigga. They're having a good time. Who cares?
So you got a record coming on?
No, fuck that. I would never.
$1 million cash, liquid.
Bro, I couldn't do that, bro. If that's the case, fool, then I'm a full sellout at the end of the day. Like,
that's true.
Straight up.
I would do it.
Thanks.
Nah, the negative that would do to your brand as like a guy in LA, having to exist, having to be respected, is just.
But see, I don't even care about that aspect of it. You feel me? I just care about. I grew up with morals and principles. You feel what I'm saying? If I go against how I was raised and what I actually believe in, then I'm a fucking sellout.
But you said you're a huge Steve Will Do It fan, right? He's friends with 6ix9ine. He's gifted him many things.
But Steve Will Do It is not a gang member. He's a civilian.
I
I don't expect somebody who is not in that lifestyle to feel a certain type. Now, you're a dick rider if you're not into nothing and you're just like, you're a snitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if something happened, you would do the same exact thing. I'm not expecting that. But if you're somebody, if you grew up, you know what I'm saying, with a certain code and you go against that code for any dollar amount, then you're a fucking sellout.
Yeah.
I couldn't be that person.
I agree. It's going against your morals for money.
Bad enough I'm with this guy.
I'm a colonizer. What can I say?
Bum bum.
Bum bum.
He has to deal with that when he's streaming,
What?
selling out.
I'm not okay.
Well,
But
you
like,
feel like a
see,
sellout?
look,
Hold
if
on.
you invited 6ix9ine to 10 Talks, like, I wouldn't be like, oh, Yuri, you didn't have this guy on there, you're this. And no, I'd be like, okay, you're fucking Yuri. You probably call the police too.
Okay, thank you for saying that because I'm planning on having someone on the podcast soon or asking, and I don't know how people are going to feel about it. Bum bum.
Wait. Now you got
Someone who
talk
snitched?
No.
About, is it somebody that no one likes here?
No. Oh, no.
Then who the fuck?
I don't
is
want.
it?
Okay, I don't want to say it. It's something I don't want to count my chickens before they
We'll
hatch.
bleep it out.
No, we're not going to bleep it. It's live. What the hell?
Wait a minute. Write it on the note. I ain't gonna say it loud.
Oh my
I'm
God,
not gonna say
dude.
Write it down and pass
Write
it
it down
around
and
so we can
write
have
it
this
down,
secret.
'cause I want to see. Like, I'm.
Is there anyone at home who could tell what his thumbs are doing here?
Oh, bro. Oh my God.
Dun dun.
Why would
Pointing at me.
that doesn't make no sense?
Because people are saying like another group of people won't be happy about
No,
this.
nigga, do
Gives a
that.
fuck.
And
Who
then and I
cares?
feel like, yeah, I'm not involved in any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I like music.
Yuri, you can do anything you want. Just don't call the police on me.
There's nobody on earth.
I'm your friend. If you tell
Nobody-
your friends you're a piece of shit.
Nobody thinks that you should be taking sides
No.
in terms of any sort of street
No.
conflict.
Exactly.
Fuck
But I
no.
did. That
Talks
person
is politicking.
just did Vlad. So I'm very excited to see that.
Me too.
We'll get to see
How
the
you
whole
feel,
story.
Trev?
About what?
Like your
Snitching.
stance of like, do you care?
On
Because I know you grew up similar.
on 6ix9ine snitching?
No, like I'm like a certain code. You grew up a certain way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The sack way.
Yeah. I mean, I try to treat people how they treat me, really.
So would you give like 6ix9ine an interview?
The
you
6ix9ine,
know
the
past
6ix9ine
no,
a sack.
No, because I'm not trying to
See?
represent that.
But what, like if he hits you up just saying like, yo, dude, I really fuck with your channel. Like, I mean, come on. And you're like, you tell him like, yo, I don't really fuck with your music, but would you still have him on just for the, the exchange of viewers or whatever?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I could talk. There's nothing to talk to him about, really.
If you have a brand, what you don't do is more important than what you do. Like the shit that you say no to,
Exactly.
the
exactly.
opportunities that
hardest
you
part.
turn down, those will be the hardest decisions that you make as a brand, but it's like the most meaningful shit in the long run. Is like there's just certain things that your brand can't withstand.
Dude, I was telling you the other day I was checking my emails and I get an email from this company saying, "Hey, we want you to shill an NFT. We'll give you $1,400." And I was like, "Damn, $1,400 sounds like good money."
I got that email too.
And I was just like,
Really?
Yeah.
And then I thought about it. I was like, no, man. I was like, I can't be shilling this thing I don't believe in.
Bro,
you know what
I
I mean?
literally got a fucking proposal for a new coin today, and all I could think about was like, I can't post this. Adam is gonna fucking go crazy.
Exactly.
And,
I don't care. We did it on the No Jumper account.
but like me knowing how fucked up this shit is now, I don't want to fucking scam
But the
nobody
NFT
potentially.
thing,
Everyone's
doing
learning
it
a
through the
lot
No
now.
Jumper account felt
It's
like
good
one thing
'cause it's
because
No Jumper account.
bro, there's already so many
facts.
paid posts on the No Jumper account that it's like if we're already selling paid posts to rappers who, of course, we don't listen to and we don't actually think their music is good. Realistically, like they're still buying posts because that's just how our business works. Why can't we also be posting about NFTs that will almost certainly not hold their value? I mean, that's just like, it's just another paid post, right?
But that's the company page. Is Adam22 doing it personally?
I did do it one time, but I wouldn't do it again.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I do it on a community page they wanted, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be nobody be like, "Hey D, I got this fucking coin, man. I lost all my fucking money."
I'd take a nice roulette. I'd take that
No,
one.
it's steak now.
But you see
Whatever
that.
it is, I'll do that one.
But you see that was Ice Besign's like defense was he was like, if you're a fan of mine and you chose to invest in my coin, he's like, that's on you.
But bro, that's the fucked up one
yeah.
because he put his name on it. He really got behind it. If AD were to post on his story tomorrow, like, "Hey, buy the new fucking fidget spinner coin," and like I just feel like that's you. That's your brand. That's who you are.
What,
as a-
scamming people?
No, but if you're promoting it, then yeah, that is basically your brand because you're putting your own voice behind it. With No Jumper, we can kind of get away with it because it's like. It's a paid post, and it looks like a paid post.
So I
even
couldn't
though
do it.
we don't actually label it as a paid post, but it seems like a paid post.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta start putting ad on there.
Dude, I actually got an offer for a crazy booking in the metaverse.
You told me you're supposed to give me one too.
I'm gonna try to get you a bag to come and perform in the metaverse.
I don't
No,
think you
I'm
want to go there with
sorry, man.
Adam, bro. I don't think you want to go there with Adam, man.
Hey, sign this pull-up
Bro,
talk.
imagine Adam gets stuck in the metaverse and he's just like, I can't get out. I fell asleep all on the thing was on my head. Now I can't get out of here.
Somebody did it for a week, I seen.
Stayed in
On
the
YouTube.
metaverse.
That seems like it's
Wait,
so
wait.
bad for your eyes.
I thought who seen it with us and they met a friend in there and they were like dance like a stormtrooper.
That was
And they met in real life.
He said I spent 100 days in the
Yeah,
metaverse,
100
but it was
days in
kind
the
of
metaverse.
clickbait because he said that 30 minutes in the metaverse is 30 minutes in real life is 1 day in the metaverse. So he's like I spent 100 days in the metaverse, but it was really whatever it was, 30 times 100.
What the fuck? Man, I don't know.
He left that shit on the whole time.
I'm down for the metaverse. I'm doing it.
Bro, it's so weird how like when I was younger, you'd get yelled at for keeping, screens, like being too close to the screen and shit. And then now we put on these things that are like, it's a 4K little monitor that's an inch away from our eyeballs.
Yeah, I have zero desire to do that.
They got to fix it though.
We're
I be
gonna
getting
be
headaches from
we're
that
gonna
shit.
be fucked in a couple years, man. Me and
Bro,
you,
we're all gonna be blind.
Imagine when they can implant that shit in your fucking brain.
See, that's what I want. I want to be able to use my phone by just looking. Like, I want to just be able to see my text in the corner of my eye and just like delete.
Imagine all of us, me, and House Phone doing that. You're just like, this is bad podcasting. Pay attention. This is bad. I know you're looking at porn.
Look at
Watch
House
it. Watch it.
House Phone's just like click. By the way, we didn't even talk about the fact that nobody knows what happened to him.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Dude, if I was getting the group chat notifications in my head, I would smash my head against the wall, dude. There's so many.
For the.
That's what I felt like when I had the
Well,
fucking.
you just joined.
When I had the Apple Watch, that's how I felt. I'm like, wait, seriously? Like, I don't want to fucking feel this shit all the time.
That's why I got rid of it too.
Yeah.
Because you have to deal with it on both fucking devices, man. That's just crazy.
Yeah,
Who
right.
would
If you
want
delete it,
that?
And then when I was a cheater, you couldn't. If you deleted a text message from your phone, it stayed on the watch.
Which is just
And I said,
annoying
I
in
can't have this
general.
shit.
it's just weird in general because it's kind of like unlinear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like texts don't align sometimes. You're like, what the fuck? Like,
But you
what is
gotta
this?
erase text messages from the watch and the fucking phone.
But
I'm out of here.
You know when I realized it could be good for other people? It's because around the time that I tried it, I was at the hospital giving birth to the kid, and I'm seeing the fucking nurse has it. And she's able to like read her text messages while she's got gloves on and she's working on shit. She's dealing with the pregnancy and stuff, and she's able to view alerts and texts on her fucking watch without having to touch a phone. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
But
like,
imagine she giving it's a
Is she
great
breaking protocol
pulling
with
the
that?
baby out?
Can she do that?
No, she pulling the baby out, and the mom's like, and she just starts giggling because she seen a meme like that.
and she's like, hold on, I gotta catch a Pokemon.
Dude, I just went to a 7-Eleven the other day, and as I was checking out, the lady had an Apple Watch on, and she was having a conversation with someone, and like, she could barely hear the watch, and the person could barely hear her, so she was screaming, basically, and then she wasn't even talking to me. She was just like, yeah, I'll see you after work, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like trying to buy like, you know, like a rock star or whatever the fuck it was. I'm like, this is kind of unprofessional here.
You
Like,
ever get in the Uber and you feel, or like the cab back in the day, and you're like really confused because the fucking driver just has like a thing in, and he's just having like a loud conversation
I
with
know.
his family back home in Pakistan, and you're
All
just,
day.
you're like, what? You ever drive an Uber? Fucking rich kid.
But
Never drove an Uber.
Silver spoon.
Silver spoon.
it's funny how like that's acceptable in a taxi, but in Uber, you're like, no, I don't want my Uber driver talking on the phone.
I've been in an Uber where they'll just have a full conversation.
I know it's
I've
weird.
seen the self-drive ones
speaker.
now
Shit's
out here.
weird,
on
right?
speaker. I'll hear
Really?
them talk back. I'll say hi.
I seen somebody get out the self-drive Uber at Disneyland. I said, what the fuck?
Self-drive Uber?
Yeah, they've been having those, but now they're bringing them to like LA like that.
Oh my god, I would be so. I know it's
I
like
seen a guy
statistically
get out
safe,
the
but
back seat.
I'm gonna
I-
be scared.
Can you
getting in
smoke
that
and
shit,
drink in
bro.
that bitch?
Yo, what happens
don't
when they
know.
get pulled over?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would.
Why would they get pulled over?
I don't think they'll get pulled over.
I think there was a thing where it got
In
pulled
SF.
over the other day, right?
Yeah,
Bro.
I've seen
The
that.
self-drive.
Imagine you're sitting in the back of this self-driving Uber, enjoying some champagne and like fucking a blunt, and then you just see it heading off a cliff, and you're just like, oh
No,
my god,
the cops
no.
were trying to pull the fucking self-driving car over, and it ran for a little while, and then it pulled over. It like took off for a while, but like they don't really know. I don't think they know why.
Some felon programmed that fucking car. He's
Yeah.
just like,
Hey,
if you-
Trev, what can you tell us about this fucking shooting rampage that happened in your neck of the woods, Sacramento?
Damn, vibe switch up, bro.
Yeah.
I heard some
And I was about to
shocking
make a
news.
drive-by joke.
Yeah, I was like,
What's going on, bro? Why is the city out of control, man?
city's on fire right now.
What's going on?
You said it's been like this forever, right?
Kind of, yeah, but like that shooting was in like a very popular area of downtown, and like at first they were talking like it's a mass shooting, and we were talking about it too, like what defines a mass shooting? you know?
Exactly.
bunch of people getting shot.
Yeah, but typically you think it's like one shooter, you know, but there was like I heard there was like 5 shooters. It was multiple
Different
people.
shooters?
Yeah, 5 different shooters.
The report said that there was like 2 groups of people who got in an argument, and it turned into a fight that turned into gunfire.
yeah.
And I
You
think
can't call them a mass shooter for that.
That was
it's
the
a
first
gang
thing.
shootout.
Yeah.
6 people
But,
died.
but it was all gang members, right?
But-
They weren't like in a crowd.
I don't know. About
But guess
all
what?
that.
The
When I
new,
think of mass shooter, I think of like one gunman coming to kill people.
but they didn't do that by
Yeah.
mistake. That's them using clickbait. They're like, what's going to get more views?
Well, at first-
Mass shooting or
at-
gang shooting?
At
You're
first,
very woke, Yuri.
At first
Look
they
at there.
didn't know. They didn't know, you know. But
That's
a
what,
couple days later they figured out. it
dude,
was,
you know
like,
what I did
some gang
see
shit.
is they caught I think 3 of the shooters involved or whatever, and one of the people they caught he was like released on bail or something like that for like a serious crime, like a murder or like a gun charge, and they contacted the jail and they're like, oh, we accidentally released him. He wasn't supposed to be released.
Well, one of them, or the ones I heard, they weren't being charged for murder. It was just for like a gun charge.
Having a gun while being there.
So it was like it was like you can get off on that, I'm pretty
Yuri,
sure.
for the record, this guy getting released is like exactly the same as what we were saying about the girl who killed her boyfriend.
Well, that happened in Florida, which is I'm surprised about that. In California, I'm not surprised because literally you can do anything you want and then you'll get out the next week in California.
Yeah, you're on some other shit.
I remember Vel was supposed to do a little bid at one point, and then he was gone for one day, and they let him out, and I was just like, whoa.
I think
we were like getting ready for him to be gone for a while.
I think you're mixing it up, but I could be getting it wrong too. But I
could be mixing it up.
What
too.
happened? I think what the story was
Get
like
high.
one of the dudes
that
was like that passed away or whatever, or was it one of the like he might have been the shooter. I don't know if he passed away.
Because like 10 people passed away, right?
Because there was people that got released early, so they were like doing some back history stuff on people.
Shit.
You know, they were on live with the shit.
Jesus,
like, it's pretty scandalous.
You see that crazy ass shooting on the subway?
Right for the city,
bro. That was crazy.
R.I.P.
Smoke bombs.
Now that's a mass shooter.
DJGO.
But nobody got killed.
Yeah.
Thank God.
that was such a weird video, confusing video, and I saw one person who lives in New York, and they posted, and they were like, "This is bullshit" or something like that, like saying that it's fake, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, you would follow people who would think that a mass shooting
You
was
follow
fake.
this person too. It's a friend of ours. I just don't want to say the name. I don't know if they want to.
Josh.
No, it's
Probably
not
somebody
Josh.
from the Ice Poseidon universe, if I had to guess.
But dude, there's like smoke. Apparently, the guy had a smoke
seen
bomb, and he ran away on another train, and they didn't catch him yet.
Yeah, they don't have him yet, but they know who he is.
Oh, really?
Well, they have a suspect like photo of who they believe it is. I
identification.
think.
Did you see the fucking the airport in Mexico and everybody thought the cartel ran in there and they're just running around and they were saying the cartel ran in the fucking airport and it really wasn't the cartel, like a sign fell.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something similar happened in New York actually recently, I think this week too, where they heard a huge explosion and it was just like a freaking a manhole. Sewer. It was like a bunch of pressure built up and like a fucking manhole just popped up and everyone started running because they thought it was gunfire.
If I see a manhole pop up, I'm out of here too.
I think it's a Ninja Turtle.
For Donatello.
Like 80s leg.
Beast Cuz gonna come out, save the day.
I know.
Beast
Right?
Cuz pop his head
These
out.
cuz is not funny.
AD disappears. He's like, I'll be back in a second. Beast Cuz appears. Starts fucking. I think your gloves are sitting on the table over there.
Imagine if that was a superhero identity and it's just 80 takes the helmet off and nobody knows it's him.
I know exactly. Dude, honestly, that should be framed in the new office. There should be like a mannequin that has the Beast Cuz outfit on, and you put it on.
Never fear, Beast Cuz is here.
You know how like Batman has the row of outfits. He's like, oh, I gotta go fight crime. I'm gonna put this on right now. You need something like that, like a mannequin that holds the Beast Cuz outfit
If
up.
somebody runs in the new office, I get to break the glass. and put the
Break in
Beast
case
Cuz
of
on.
emergency. Put on the fucking
Yo.
Beast Cuz suit.
Can we talk about the live show?
Yeah.
How was the walkthrough? You guys
Pretty
see the
sick.
venue?
Yeah.
It looked
It's
real
dope.
cool.
It's like it's pretty royal looking.
It did look royal. I saw like there was like private VIP sections.
Kind of
and
hard to
shit.
imagine 500 No Jumper fans packed in there, but it's going to happen and it's going to be exciting.
It's gonna be fun.
Are you
can't
guys
wait.
nervous?
Yuri, don't get lost.
I'm not even sure I'm gonna be there.
Do you feel nervous?
Yuri,
Why would you not be there?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
Well, of course you got to go. We have like a fucking bunch of guest lists. You seem like you would probably be in our like top 80 people to bring, right?
I would think
I
you'd
would
be
hope.
working it with us. Like,
If it was like 5 people,
I don't know.
you might still be in there. If it was 10, for sure. Yeah. You have to go.
I'm down, more than down to go.
Ask Riley now.
I just-
got going on?
I just-
Ask
I-
Riley now.
I haven't heard anything. No one told me like,
Ask
oh,
Riley
you're just
now.
going
it's
to
acting
this.
different after these 72 hours.
Man.
No,
straight,
I never
man.
got
This
invited to
shit's
Complex
crazy.
Con. You know what I mean? That was like a thing too. I was like,
You got your own sponsor, didn't
That's
you?
cool.
No, well, they
There's
helped
enough
us
people
go
here
there.
that you have to kind of stick your neck out if you want to go to stuff sometimes. We're not going to
True,
always
true,
remember
true.
to be like, hey, you want to go with us?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I was going or
Didn't
not.
you have your own little live stream brand deal going on? Too?
That's-
Weren't
yeah,
you
that's what he was
busy?
saying. I
Weren't
got-
you busy? What the fuck?
We were hating on him.
I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going or not. Then this brand came up saying like, oh, we'll pay for you to go. I was
You
like,
just want
I'll
to be
go.
invited, huh?
To this thing. I'm more.
I
I'm hell yeah.
invite you
Thank
to the No
you.
Jumper Live
Hey, let's
We'll
go.
even let you bring your wife.
Oh, awesome.
and your cats.
Bro, if I could bring my cats, that
No
would be
cats.
sick.
No cats.
We could just let them wild, like let them through the audience.
Yeah,
No
they start,
cats.
They start
Knocking
fucking
shit
people because they're in heat.
The audience could bring male cats. You know what I mean?
No, but T-Rail was freaked out by the fact that he was not going to be able to enter through the back. The venue only has a front. So you're going to have to enter
Just give my homie a limo or he's going to be upset, John.
He's worried about there being, the fans are going to go too crazy, rip his clothes off and shit before the show starts.
Was he screaming at the venue?
But I told him, I'm like, we're going to be able to, we'll have security. They'll walk us through. Because otherwise we're going to have to be there from like 3 p.m.
The way it is they have everybody line up on the side, and then the security will just let you in. It's not gonna be like a barrage.
That's even cool. It's like some Maury shit. You know how they walk from the back and Maury they walk towards the fucking stage. Same thing. Everyone gets to see you. They get to high five you. And stuff
it's even
like that.
better. You get out, fast and be late, and everybody's in line. Hey, Trevor!
No,
exactly.
Let's get T-Rell a mask, and then he could sit in the crowd and just pop out.
Like Kanye,
You'll be sitting there as Beast
because
he'll be Spider-Man, and then you'll just.
That'd be funny if we have someone pretend to wait in line, come in with the rest of the people, and then they're just like, "I'm Beast Cuz," all of a sudden.
I'll wear a dress.
He's gonna make his return.
I'll wear a dress. I'll be Madam 22.
I can't wait to be defiant.
Defiant?
You're gonna come out in that Beast Cuz head.
You're like, they told me.
But we were talking about all wearing suits. Do we think this is a good idea or not?
That's a terrible idea.
Why?
It's probably gonna be
are we
hot
gonna
in
wear
there.
suits?
It's professional.
You said 500 people.
We're gonna look like the Blues Brothers.
It's a big building.
It's gonna be steamy in there. Probably.
Steam,
We're gonna look like a real group.
The Blues group?
Yeah, it's just.
You know what's crazy? Is that the Plug Talk that came out today. Do you remember back in the day that there was a girl who came to the store while we were live streaming, and she had very big boobs, and she smoked a blunt from between my toes?
I remember the toes part.
Yeah.
That's a sick bitch.
Well, no, she got into porn after that.
I think you started a trend with that too, because immediately after you posted that, a lot of other people started doing that.
I think Riley Reid had just smoked a blunt from Lil Pump's toes, so I was actually copying him.
Okay, never
Which
mind.
is kind of embarrassing, but I think that's what happened. And so we didn't talk for a long time after that, which we can get into why we didn't talk. But then she just did Plug Talk, so we finally got revenge, and we're able to.
Or did she get revenge?
Well, it didn't feel like revenge, but we got to kind of come full circle, because basically the gist of it was that she added me on Snapchat and she sent me a picture of her naked, and Lena saw it, and Lena was pissed that she sent this to me because Lena felt like she should be the one officiating the fact that we were all going to hook up, and so then that kind of caused tension and became a little bit weird.
Did you tell on her? So you was like, Lena!
I think I did show her, so yeah, it probably was my fault.
Did you shower the day she smoked the blunt between your toes?
No.
Probably.
I'm wondering how gnarly your feet were that day.
I think it was fine. I don't remember her complaining.
She probably wouldn't complain. She's
Hey, it's a blunt.
Smoked the whole blunt like that?
No,
It was like 2
She
puffs.
hit it just for Instagram.
Yeah.
Just kept it there.
Wait, what happened to that blunt afterwards?
Probably kept smoking it
It got
realistically.
passed around. People instantly were so faded they forgot it was between Adam's toes.
I don't remember, but I wouldn't be surprised if everybody just kept smoking. You would have for sure hit it.
If I would probably.
Yeah, I would say you drinking shit out your shoes all the time.
There's
now.
always so much shit going on in the Melrose days that I probably would have been zoned out, focusing on something else. A blunt would have been passed to me. I would have been like, "Ooh, blunt," and then next thing you know, I got fungus lips.
The toes are the least of your worries.
Oh God,
When Yuri started at No Jumper, he used to have to suck my toes clean at the end of the day.
Bro, no, don't start these fucking rumors. Jesus
I miss
Christ.
those days. My toes were so clean.
Damn.
God damn.
You miss when your toes were. Take a shower, bro. Bring the days back.
They didn't get as clean as a Russian just sucking them dry.
Yo, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
y'all niggas
I think you're
tripping.
confusing me with one of your other interns. I wasn't sucking no toes.
No, it was you.
Oh, God,
that was you.
Jesus
I
Christ.
recall it.
Bruh.
That was a good time.
There was a lot of fucking
We
interns
came
at
in
that
at the
time.
right time.
For real, dude.
You guys came in right after we instituted a no Adam toes sucking policy.
Bro, Flaco comes in with the first class flight to
Yeah,
a
you get a
5-star
nice
hotel.
Flaco would definitely suck toes.
Bro.
He could definitely have a fucking mouthful of toes.
Oh my God. If someone sent Flaco an email pretending to be fresh and fit and asked them to suck a dude's toes because they thought it was manly.
I'm kind of mad that you just aired this idea out. 'Cause we could have had Fresh and Fit prank him, but you just fucking kind of.
That would be so funny,
Man, don't
bro.
do him like that, man.
Yo, you fuck with this, right?
That's why I sneezed. You need Fresh and Fit.
Hell
No, if she dumps your ass, we're definitely sending you to the Fresh
Why
and
you
Fit
putting that
boot
in the
camp.
universe, man? My
Oh,
guy's a player.
It's already
Thank
out
you.
there. Okay. If you break up with her,
No.
Then you got to go to the Fresh and Fit boot camp.
Don't put this evilness out in the air.
They're gonna make you have to go talk to girls at the coffee bean.
Bro, if I have to sit at that Fresh and it's either sitting at the soft white underbelly table or sitting at the Fresh and Fit table for me.
I just had the mental image of Yuri at the Fresh and Fit table with like 18 girls around him. That'd be the funniest shit ever with that hair.
Never put the pussy on a pedestal.
Yeah, you spend 3 weeks with Sharp, you'll come back a different person.
Like, how much work experience do you guys have?
One of the Patreon girls the other day, we kept kind of coming back to it, like, you might need Sharp in your life. Sharp might be the direction that you need.
I feel like Sharp is the new Jordan Peterson. You know, all the people that were fans of Jordan Peterson for that, moved on to Sharp now because Jordan Peterson got called out.
I would like to see Sharp react to a Jordan Peterson video.
I bet you they would be good friends.
Yeah,
I bet you, because they're both talk about like male. What's it called? Like, I don't know, like being like secure as a dude, being proud of yourself as a dude.
When
like,
I saw how hard Sharp was going in on Flaco about the thing of him dating a girl for all these years and not having sex with her or whatever, it kind of made me feel like I did a subpar job when I was podcasting with him on the No Jumper show and he revealed that, and I just kind of breezed past it. I was just like, that's so stupid that I'm just gonna act like this is not a thing,
bro.
But like you brought it out of him. You were like, show me the Cash App, and then Sharp was just going in on him so hard, and I was like, this is a missed opportunity. I should have fucking had this energy for him on the No Jumper show.
I said,
but
call her right now. Call her.
What was the largest Cash App he sent?
Well, it totaled out to like 15K over like 6 months.
But he said the Apple Pay was worse. I didn't see the Apple Pay.
Bro. How, like, and he said he's broke and he's giving a person 15K. He might as well hire an employee, bro.
He told me how much he made, and that's why I was like, I really want to help him because I was like, bro, if you told one of my homies this, man,
but
you'll be working for the Crips for the next 6 months.
He just started making that amount, so imagine how much he's going to be getting taxed for now.
And you made him live into the most taxed state of possible.
I haven't asked him, but I want to know what the fallout was with the girl because, I mean, I assume she's going to feel some type of way about the fact that he just had this conversation about her in front of millions of people.
If she's real.
We saw her on FaceTime. She was kind of bad.
You saw her on FaceTime?
She was right there. I thought you saw her too.
No, nigga, it was completely dark.
She had like a scarf around her hair.
Nigga, that was a video.
Bro. No, he was on FaceTime with her.
That was not a FaceTime.
Imagine she tells Flaco, like, since you revealed our secrets, another 3 years of nothing.
I feel like she's already gonna make him wait at least another 3 years.
I don't even feel bad like joking right now because if Flaco was here, he'll be getting a kick out of it right now. He'll be like, "Thank you, AD." I'll be like, "So nice, man."
I could call him right now, but I feel like we'll wait until
call him.
He makes the move out.
Call him.
I think honestly he should like keep his permanent address in North Dakota and live here like just to work temporarily because
we definitely got help.
Being taxed in California is ridiculous compared to North Dakota.
Fuck the tax. I don't want him to walk the streets, bro. Somebody's gonna steal our friend.
Especially in them slides, bro.
And those tights.
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Yo.
Flaco.
Yo. Are you drunk?
No.
Yo, bro, you never said my name like that. Flaco.
Hey, Flaco.
Yo, AD, my favorite rapper. Man. What's up, bro?
Hey, you ain't seen no fucking money this week, did you?
Nah.
All right, good.
Hey,
what's our motto from Fresh and Fit? What is our motto? What is our motto? Fresh and Fit. What we do? We go hard. What?
Hard on thoughts for life, man.
All right.
Flaco, this is my question. Simple question. What has the fallout been with your significant other based on the AD stream?
Yo, so I don't even think she's seen it yet. Like she's like a so like she's like a pharmacy student, and so like she's graduated, so she's not really like a fan of No Jumper, so she hasn't really seen it yet.
Canceled.
Right. So hopefully if she does see it, things go well.
So you're still hopeful for the future of this relationship. Did the words from Sharp and AD and Fresh did they make you rethink your position on this relationship at all?
My position on the relationship, no, but the money giving part, yes, right?
All right.
You feel me? Like I'll probably try out like the no money thing for 30 days and see how that goes. You know.
But you're not.
I think you're gonna be dumped.
You're not optimistic about the vagina thing.
Nah, man. Like that shit that came and went. You know, like
he got Pamela.
Marriage or bust. Like there's no like in between.
Do you think that if you move out here, that the relationship will sustain itself through the distance?
So she graduates in May, so that she has like 1 year of like residency. So the plan is
5-year plan.
Done with like residency, maybe she can move out here too. You know.
Right. So you don't think you're going to be tempted by all the fine females that are going to be throwing ass your way out here?
Yo, I'll keep it with you, right? As I make more money, possibly, right? But right now, like none of those hoes is even giving me like any play yet. So you know,
you got to come outside, Flaco.
But I'm not really fucking no doms yet.
Are you
Flaco, come outside.
Will you let Kazumi peg you?
Fuck no! What the fuck?
You might like it.
Hey Flaco, cash at me $1,000, and I got 3 girls that's gonna rock your
Send
world.
me $100,000 because my enemies are out to get me.
Adam, bro, I was very concerned when I seen that video, Adam. Like, are you okay?
What video?
I mean, like some Negro was.
Shut up, Flaco. Well, that's about 2 hours. It's about 2 hours.
That was beautiful.
Seems pretty good. This guy's funny.
As soon as he said Negro, okay, that's it.
Shut up, Fargo. Shout out to the astronaut playing with the ball sack.
Dear Lord. That nigga funny, man.
All right. I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep.
Please be safe at home, in the words of Flaco.
I took a nap. I took a nap today. We went and got Parker a passport.
That's gangster.
And then she took a nap. I said, fuck it, I'm going to nap. I took a little nap.
Naps it.
I never get to nap during the week.
I just had to retake my passport photos too with this sharp haircut.
Where are you going to go?
Well,
Are you a citizen?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I am a citizen. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I just had to. My shit's expiring, dude. So I had to get a new
The
one.
Russian one?
No, well, I have to renew that one as well, actually. But no, my American one's expiring.
You should go back to Russia.
Would
You should
Not
join
right
the
now.
army.
Fuck no,
Would you
hell
live out
no.
there though, like just later on in life?
Maybe like depends on how like the politics are, bro. Because at this point, it's like it's just dangerous for me to go out there. Like they do not fuck with Americans. They do not fuck with people who have like. No, what's it called? Like dual citizenship, like me, who like live in Russia and America, who can live in Russia and America. They're upset at us type shit, like choose a side type
Somebody
thing.
told me Russians are rich as fuck. I didn't know that.
Hell no. Okay,
You have
so
the oligarchs.
Oh no. Okay, no. Here's the thing. If you're meeting a Russian who made it out here, right? You're probably, you know what I mean, meeting a person who has money, especially if they're able to fly out here and do all this stuff nowadays, right?
No, I heard the dollar amount out there. Like, is it worth more than the U.S. dollar?
No, hell no, bro. Before the war, it was like $1 was like 40 rubles, right? Which is like, you know, 1 ruble is $1 out there. And now after the war, with the Ukraine or whatever, it's like 80, but it went up to like as much as 200. At one point, it was $1 is 200 rubles.
When I was staying in Moscow, it was like the nicest city, like so many fucking high-rise, super dope buildings. I was asking people like what their rent was and shit, and they were telling me that it was like super expensive. But then we went out riding and we drive like an hour or two outside of Moscow, and it is like the worst fucking traffic I've ever seen in any country ever, because their infrastructure is just so bad. And then once you get like an hour or two outside of there or whatever, the poverty is fucking unreal. Like, and even that, like when you're talking about Moscow and the surrounding area, that's not really like the rest of Russia is not like that at all. It's fucking pretty barren.
In America,
comparison.
it's like we have like different levels of rich, different levels of middle class, and different levels of like, you know, poverty or whatever, right? In Russia, it's like you're either a farmer, dirt poor, or you're like an oligarch or a politician. No, I mean like you're a fucking a politician, or like you work in the government in some way. It's like you either work for the government in some way, and you and your family are rich. It's very fucking corrupt out there. That's why the infrastructure sucks, is because all the politicians just suck the money out keep it for themselves. Don't put any money into the cities. You know what I mean? Other than like Moscow or whatever. But even then, those apartment buildings are known to be super crap, bro. Like they're known, like they literally sell those apartment buildings as just cement blocks, and it's your responsibility as the apartment holder to finish putting in the drywall, furnish it, do all the other.
You know what blew my mind is that one of the girls that we were hanging out with, her fucking apartment door had like 4 deadbolts on it.
In
like,
Moscow?
Yeah, like I guess the risk of crime or just how paranoid they are is so extreme. Like I've never seen anything like this. She had like fucking 3-4 keys to just open her door, and there's all these big ass like bolts and shit just so that like nobody could kick the door in, I guess.
Dude, the wage.
I'm like, is the crime that bad?
Not the well.
But it felt like people are just paranoid as fuck.
Bro, it's like the difference between wealth is way different. You know what I mean? Like compared to America, where it's like out there, it's like really, you're really poor or you're really rich, and that's it. There's like no really middle class.
You know what blew my mind too? The girl just double parked. Like we went to a restaurant and she just double parked so that these cars couldn't even get out. And I'm just like, the fuck are you doing? You're gonna get a ticket or whatever. She's like, they don't give tickets like that here.
And also, you could just pay. Even if the police officer gets upset about it, he's like, "Give me $20." You know what I mean? You're fine.
This girl was driving around drunk as fuck too, and she said that if she got pulled over, she would just give the guy money. And
bro, I had a fucking cousin, and like he was like not even a cousin. He was just like a person that my family knew that his family was rich, and he was visiting one time, right? And he like got a car and like whatever. He was older, and apparently he was like speeding, drinking and driving out here, right? Doing some reckless, crazy shit. Gets pulled over by a cop, and then just hands him a bunch of hundreds and tries to pay him off. Gets taken to jail for trying to pay off a police officer, and then guess what? He gets let out.
He got the wrong one.
He gets let out though because he like his lawyer explained to them that like, bro, he's visiting from Russia, and that's what you do out there. You literally just pay off the cop, and he thought that's how it was out here, you know. And they fucking took him to jail.
Fuck. Cops got body cameras on now, so like I don't think you could just take a bribe. Like the body camera. If the body cameras are like 100% always on and like are accurately reviewed, the body camera could be like the fix for like everything that's wrong with policing, right? Or like at least like the best attempt.
Don't they like turn them off and on when
Exactly.
I know, but I don't understand
do.
how is that even possible? That's fucking insane.
I feel like that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
But here's the thing: is like they're working every day, right? You're gonna have someone reviewing fucking 8+ hours of footage a day. So the way their thing works is like if they're about to have an interaction with a pedestrian, pull someone over, they click it, and once you click it, it records like the previous 5 minutes and then the continuous whatever 20 minutes until you click it again.
I think that's how those cops got fired from playing Pokemon
They
Go.
didn't know about the previous 5-minute recording.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Because like when you click it, it doesn't start from there. It starts from 5 minutes before you clicked it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
But imagine how great that would be for your neighborhood if you knew that the cops were just driving around playing Pokemon Go.
Bro, cops don't do shit most of the day, bro. They're just sitting there doing nothing, eating donuts. Might as well fucking hop on a, Switch or something like that.
I feel like they're doing stuff. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They're doing something.
I don't know. Sometimes when I'm like back in the day when I would run errands around like Hollywood and I would just be driving around all day, you'd notice the same cops just chilling on these streets, just waiting for something to happen. And you're like,
do you
bro,
think the donut thing is like real?
it is. Well,
They all eat
It's
them. They all eat them.
not all of them.
They're not all cheap.
It's a stereotype for a reason. Like I've definitely seen a bunch of cops sitting outside the
When
donut
I was
shop.
in high school, there was like one summer where we just hung out at this fucking one parking lot with a Dunkin' Donuts like every night until like 2 a.m. And there definitely was a lot of cops getting donuts.
Well, I don't know what the. It might
I
be.
heard they got free donuts.
I was gonna say it might be the case that they get free
probably
shit.
get a lot of
At
free
every
shit.
Dunkin' Donuts?
Boom! There you go. There's the key.
Free donuts, I'm there.
That's
Right?
fucking
Every
crazy.
time.
Bro.
Lucky ass cops. That's a reason to go into the profession.
Go there 10 times a day.
What the fuck do you do on your day off though? I feel like hanging out with the cop is the lamest shit ever. You're like scared to do anything. You know what I mean? You're like, bro, now he knows I smoke weed and drink and drive and do all these things. Like
I remember one time I was on the train in New York, right? I'm like walking down into the train with my bike and I see this girl and she's hot as fuck and she has like hella tattoos. So I'm thinking in my head like, I gotta shoot my shot. I gotta like try to strike a conversation up with her. So I'm kind of like walking along, like seeing where she's like going in the train thing. And she walks up to this cop and like takes his hand and like she's just all like rubbing up on him and shit. And it's like super obvious that they're fucking. And so I have to kind of like stop my pursuit and just like kind of
you
chill
got jealous?
or whatever.
Oh.
And that was the first time that I was like, damn, like getting your bitch taken by a cop, that's some humiliating shit. Even though obviously I had no claim to
Yeah.
this girl at all. I was just looking at her. But like just the idea that I was not able to shoot my shot because of a cop, I was just like, Fuck.
I thought you were gonna say that she went to the came up to the cop and said, "Hey, some guy's following me."
Some creep with tattoos is following me.
Can you ask him what's up?
That's funny.
That was her fucking plea for help. She's like, just tugging by his hand. She's
But
like,
whenever
help.
I think about some story like that, I just always remind myself, she's probably not hot anymore.
That's shallow. No, I'm kidding.
It is, no, for sure. But like when you think about stuff like that, you're just like, well, you know, you're aging like milk. So
Beauty's
fuck you.
subjective. You know what I mean? Some guy's gonna come across her, and no matter how she looks, and he's gonna be like, "Oh my god."
But she
I want to mount you.
She probably doesn't have hot young cops and BMX riders vying for her like she did back then.
So you're saying the cop was hot?
I mean, he had something going for him that he was pulling her, and I wasn't.
Okay.
Okay. This has been the No Jumper Show.
Let's go.
Shout out to everybody.
Thank you guys for letting me join.
Subscribe to the BBC. Subscribe to the Harmonious Man.
Let's go. Thank you.
Subscribe to the community.
Bow. And also,
No Jumper Sports every Sunday.
let's hope House Phone's okay. He's not replying to no one.
T-Rel interviews dropping every Thursday, or excuse me, Saturday morning. What am I saying?
The Shark Tank.
Disconnected.
House Phone,
Disconnected.
hopefully, in a perfect world, will survive and will be here next week.
The
because
food show, hopefully
he
tomorrow.
missed 2 episodes in a row.
This Thursday, Blasie's not going to be here for Disconnected, and we're
So
going to have
who's filling in?
it's a surprise
Is
to
it?
all of us because we don't know yet.
Chuck!
Bro.
We're never going to get the... You still not talking to Chuck?
No.
Fuck Chuck.
Chuck was cool. Chuck was a...
Bro.
Said the N-word.
It's funny how Josh
you know,
and
he's
Adam
drunk.
are like,
He's
damn,
from the streets.
fucking Chuck. They feel bad for him. I don't know. I can't say nothing.
1090 Jake interview tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Clips coming out every day. 5+ clips a day sometimes on the
No Jumper Clips.
Yes.
Subscribe. We're almost at 150K.
Growing very quickly.
That's gay. Hey.
My bae.
Okay. Hey. Okay. No Jumper Facebook. We're almost at 1 million.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
Almost got
Damn.
1 million fans on Facebook.
Wow, that's crazy. 1,050,000+ older fans on Facebook.
When you read the comments on the Facebook, a lot of times you're just like, who are these people? and why are they interacting with No Jumper content? But then sometimes you read comments that actually like are like saying like, you know, House Phone can't walk, haha. And you're like, oh shit, this is like an actual fan.
Wow.
Yeah, I constantly have a thing in my family where like my mom and my sister and like other people are like, hey, we want to show you this thing on Facebook. It's so funny. And I'm like, I don't have a Facebook. They're like, oh, let us send it to Riley. I'm like,
You don't have
Riley,
Facebook?
Riley doesn't have a Facebook.
What the fuck?
Well, you guys not gonna be in the metaverse.
You're a bad person if you don't have a Facebook.
Yeah.
Because then you cannot follow No Jumper on Facebook.
That's the biggest thing I regret every day when I go to sleep.
Not having a Facebook.
So I can't follow No Jumper on Facebook. I cry about it.
A guy, we went to a restaurant the other day, and when we got done at the restaurant, there was a guy waiting outside the restaurant that was like, Adam, he's like, I closed my store early to come here and tell you that I want to work for you. I want to rah. I'll do anything. I'll clean the bathroom. I'll carry House Phone.
Carry House Phone?
That was a weird moment. I was like, well,
Does he know what he's signing up for?
I
Like,
mean, probably not. He probably didn't mean it literally.
Okay.
But I was like, wow, he actually watches this shit if he knows that House Phone is in need of a...
he's in need of an assistant.
butler.
I saw he was posting it again that he's like, I need an assistant. Even though I thought he already had one Mac. But-
Maybe if he gets an assistant, I'm going to talk to the assistant personally and tell the assistant that we're going to need him to show up here.
Oh, that'd be that's an interesting idea right
House
there.
phone stunt double.
Stunt double.
Fudge Willie.
Whenever you don't show up, we have this guy fill it.
Maybe we could get like a 3D House Phone.
Oh my god, like some Tupac shit.
He did go to the hospital though. He did go to the doctors, right?
He did go to the doctor.
did.
So, shout out House Phone.
Shout out House Phone.
Health as well.
Shout out to
Prayers-
the doctor.
prayers
Check
up.
your balls.
Check your balls.
Exactly.
Get your pet spayed and neutered.
Girls, rub on your titties.
Shave your balls. It makes things look bigger.
Shave
Fun fact from the
shave
internet.
your pubes. When I shave my pubes, I feel like my dick looks fucking twice as big on camera.